Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, putting in work, go rubs. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Wick, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
We rise and go easy, off the easy for cheesy. With my steppers, our special kids, making places so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about their club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, the number one high school podcast starring Pat Boteezy, Jeremy McKinnon, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ron Rivalry.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
What up?
Salute. What's
What up,
going
big
on?
What up, big homie?
Hey, man. Look like it's just me and you, man. Swag is kicking it. Boteezy is probably handling some big youth business. And we been acting funny ever since he been doing that Tuesday night thing, dog. Like he been on stuff. I'm just gonna be honest, man. Like he turned into we might even start calling him Swaggy Will.
Swag Will.
I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying.
Man, he'll come on a minute. He just be a little tardy. You know how I go. He come late and I leave early.
I'm just saying, man, before the Tuesday show, when I cut on, he used to already be in the background waiting. Now, you know what I'm saying? He's showing up when he want to. You know what I'm saying? He just
take care of business.
I don't know. It's like it's like an old R&B group or something. I don't know, man. Everybody, it's like you remember when the New Edition movie when they did the reunion, how everybody showed up with their own tour bus. That's how
I remember that.
That's what we got going on now, man.
Oh, shit, man. But nonetheless, man, we can make it do what it do.
We're gonna make it do what it do, man. We got the homies in, man. We got the homie Coach Johnson finna pop on and holler at us. And then we got Royce City, Royce with an S. City head coach coming on, man. It's going down, man. It's about to be fun, man. We about to have a good time.
Oh yeah, we're going deep east. I call it deep east, guys.
Yeah, we east side. We dirty in Greenville. But I'm excited to talk to Coach, man. I really am.
Most definitely.
I'm excited to talk to him. So before I bring on Coach Johnson, man, I do want to say I got a question to ask you. First off, let's give a big salute to Carter's own Sha'Carri Richardson. You know what I'm saying? And the whole USA, man, they showing out on that track and field, man. I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. They showing out. They doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? What you think about that?
Oh, man. We showing out, man. We had two women, U.S. women, finish in top 3. We had two men finish top, like I said, top 3. And we think about it. 20 years, we got our first male gold medalist in 100. 20 years. So them Jamaicans and whoever, they done had up the 100 for 20 years, man. And we finally got that back, man. So man, we finally got it back, man. But shout out to our men's track team, man. They doing everything, man. And let's give us love to yes, sir. UT on as well, man. Can't pronounce her name, but she did her thing as well, man. For winning gold, man. She did her thing. Shout out to UT.
Straight out of Austin.
Straight out of Austin, man. She did her thing.
Last name Alfred. That's all I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Afro. What's up? Afro, yeah. And you know what? We ain't gonna
Yeah,
touch on it too long, man. I'm gonna say this. The race before the final, I knew she was gonna win gold. But the race before the final, if
I
you
did
watch, I
too.
mean, if you watch that race before the final, my wife before the final, I know Richardson. She came in second, but Richardson pulled up, but she pulled up too, and she was out like, oh
Yeah.
man, okay. Yeah. I was like, yeah, this. So I was like, even final, I thought Shakira gonna get silver. So it was a good race, man, overall.
Which
Man.
is
It
fine.
was great, man. Which is great. You're the second fastest woman in the world.
Ain't nothing wrong
Great
with it.
accomplishment. Great. Yeah, salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, hey, man, football start tomorrow, man. Lot of teams going to practice. You know what I'm saying? Starting practice tomorrow. It's on. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm
speaking
saying?
of Carter.
Saturday.
Oh yeah, speaking of Carter, we gotta get the Carter too. They practice this week too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, let's bring Coach on, man. I know I don't want to wait in the background too long, man. I like Coach, man. Coach kind of cool, man. Coach probably was a player in his prior life. He's smooth with it. Man. He's smooth
Yeah, we can't have
with
Coach dozing off, man, in the background. Coach might take a nap. What up, Coach?
it.
Nah, man, back here working.
Salute, Coach. How you doing?
Hey, man, I can't
Yeah.
call it. Trying to get ready for tomorrow. How about yourself?
Can't wait till tomorrow.
It's almost that time.
Man, it's just something about it, man. I was talking to a couple other coaches this weekend just about the ones that started practice. I'm gonna get out Saturday. I'm gonna get out because I ain't gonna lie, man. I like to see practice in pads. You know what I'm saying? Like when I pop out, I like to hear some pop. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna pop out on Saturday, man. I'm dropping through a few practices, man. That's gonna be in full pads and getting it on. You know what I'm saying. So I can't wait. I'm excited.
Okay, most definitely.
So now, Coach, tell us what's the difference. The last time we talked to you, you had just got the job. You know getting everything going. So how about you catch us up until now from the last time we talked to you when you had just got the job?
I say the biggest thing has been the buy-in from the parents to support the vision that I've got for this program, the buy-in from the kids. I mean, we're doing things that we weren't doing last year, and it's more the way that we go about it. They're definitely approaching things a different way. They bought into the grind, the hard work, putting in the hours, the film time. And for me last year, we weren't consistent in those areas. And I think when I laid out my expectations for where I want to see this program go to the kids, they were on board. And I told them, it's not going to be easy getting there. This is what I need from you if this is what you really want. And from the course of the spring through the summer, I watched guy after guy, week after week, start to buy into the overall vision. Before I would say we were more of clicks here and clicks there between the players, or, a lot of individuals. We've got a team now. That's the biggest difference. We got a team.
Okay. I love it, man. B-Rod, you got anything for my guy?
Yeah, this quick question for you, Coach. In the back of your head, in the back of your coach staff head, do y'all think, just be honest, hey man, Faith Family is doing this on a basketball side. You know what? If we can get the support and, get things, plant that seed, we can do the same thing on the football side. Has that crossed your mind? Doing what Faith Family did, because both of y'all charter school, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, that's a tough one to answer. That almost sound like a setup question. I feel like you got UIL in the background or something with the reference you gave me. I mean, as far as the success that they've had, definitely that's the goal. I don't think I've been shy about it with my players, parents, and even a few guys in the media saying the goal is that in 2 to 3 years, we're competing for state championships. And, over the next 3 to 5 years, we're winning state championships with an S.
Okay, I know. Tell us about during pre-show. You were saying that you got most players that's not going both ways no more. So tell us about the debt that y'all have now that you have
Man,
added to the program.
that's huge for us. That's probably going to be one of those things that's the difference maker on the field from last year to this year. We brought in, a class of probably 25, 26 freshmen. About half of those are going to contribute on varsity. When you add those type of numbers and guys that can play right away, it adds extreme depth. We're almost too deep on both sides of the ball now. Some guys ready, some guys not. But when you can take, at the 3A level, not be forced to play anybody both ways, you get best on best work once you get to practice. And I say that's probably where you really see the difference. Now it's not as much the ones against scout team or the ones against, for most programs, the freshmen or whatever the case may be. We're going ones on a daily basis. You either get better or you get embarrassed.
Yes, sir. And as far as the weight your weight program's concerned, how's that changed the last time we talked?
That was one of the things that, I was referencing earlier when I talked about the kids buying into doing it the right way. I think our kids, I don't want to say that they ran from the weight room, at previous times, but I don't think they were attacking it the way they needed to. It was more of, we got to go to the weight room. We got to do this now. We got kids coming in, getting extra work in the weight room. They're hitting us up. Hey, coach, can you open the weight room so we can get a volunteer lift in? So that part, now that they've seen the results of the work in the weight room, they're living in there now.
Yes, sir. That's all I got, Jay.
Hey, man, let's pick up right there because we talk about weight room. We often correlate that with the trenches, right?
Right.
We're gonna talk about your 7-on-7 journey that you had up until now, but let's dip into the trenches, man. Talk to us about what the expectations. Give us some names that we need to know. You know what I'm saying? If we pop out, this is what we need to be looking for, and what we need to be expecting from these units.
I got you. I'll start with the O-line. I'll say up front, we've got 3 returning guys that are really going to anchor that offensive line. We got a center, Therian Blewett. He was hurt the second half of the season, so getting him healthy and getting him back full go has been huge. Everything that we do up front revolves around him. Does a great job with our line calls, communicating and, getting guys where they need to be. He's a 2-year starter for us. This will be going into his 3rd year. We're bringing a tackle back that has started since he was a freshman. So going into his 3rd year now as a junior, he really understands, what it takes to play there. And then with what we've done in the weight room and some coaching changes that we've made, I think this will be the best version of that kid that we've ever seen. 3rd upperclassman lineman, Big Green. He'll be a senior. He's one of those kids that I would love to play both ways just because when you talk about a dog, he's that dog. If I got to go in the alley with a guy in a fight, like that's the kid I'm going to get to go with me if I got to take somebody like that. So for him, flexing back and forth between guard and tackle for us, and I think he's going to have a breakout year. I think he'll be a kid that he'll put together the type of tape that will allow him to go play somewhere next year. After that, we've got a sophomore, got a little bit of playing time as a freshman, Jaden Cardenas. If he can really step up and show that he's ready to play, that's going to be huge for us. And then we'll bring in 2 or 3 freshmen that are competing for spots right now, whether that be, one of them obviously is going to get a chance to be a starter and then a couple role spots. Jaden Perry, he spent some time at center and tackle for us. We've got DeBerry Brown. He's 6'3.5", pushing about 290. He's a kid that can make an immediate impact on the O-line as a freshman. When I go to the defensive side of yep. Yeah, he's a legit D1 walking body. If he walks in, he passes the eye test anywhere he goes. For him, it's just going to be, getting the experience of playing at that level.
Okay.
Flipping over to the defensive side, we've got a senior defensive end, Daniel Reedy. He's one of those guys that just has a motor. you talk about wanting guys to play 100% all the time and play full speed all the time. We know everybody's full speed is not always 100%, if that makes sense. He's one of those kids that I don't think his speed and effort ever changes during the course of the game. So he's one we're definitely looking for to have a breakout season. Another one of the last few seniors we have, nose tackle returning. He's a kid that's played for us for 3 years. He initially got playing time as a freshman before I got here in a role spot, then was a 2-year starter. So he'll kind of anchor the interior of that D-line. From there, third spot kind of up for grabs. We've got 2 guys that are competing for that spot. We got a returning sophomore and then an incoming freshman, and just kind of seeing how that shakes out. Maybe a situation early on where they split time until we see who really takes that spot. And for me, that's a good problem to have. When you got 2 guys that you really like and you're stuck between in that area, that means, we got a little bit of depth on the D-line.
Right.
Yeah. So when you say you got the depth for, you got 22 starters.
Mm-hmm.
So now, are we gonna see more of the maybe the starters on offense being kind of the backups on defense, or do you have 44?
No, we're not quite. I won't quite go 44. We've got some situations where, we've got a guy, whether it be, a backup DB that we feel good about that's on the defensive side only, that he's working at corner and safety, and, he goes where he needs to go. Same thing. I say our linebacker core is probably, it might be the deepest. I think we're probably 6-7 deep at linebacker, which that hadn't happened before. So that's one of those things I'm definitely excited about. Got a couple guys that may see some time on both sides of the ball, but that's not something we want to do early on. We definitely have some that are capable.
Absolutely. Oh, Pat Boteezy, what's happening?
What up, Pat? What up, Pat?
What up? What up? Got one of my favorite young coaches on, Coach Welton.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Hey, I like what you're doing out there, man. Yo, absolutely. I always got something, but hey, me and Welton be chopping it up sometimes and stuff, right, man, talking about different things. So shout out to him, man. He's always looking out for the community. But man, I love what you're doing with the drip and the energy of the program as well, man. I'm like, yeah, that don't look like the life I knew growing up.
I appreciate it. Like I said, the kids are buying into what we're doing. I say that.
No doubt, no doubt. And then the new turf, did they do a good job installing that? No slips and nothing.
I love our new field. Love it.
Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. So man, I can't wait to get by there. So I'm a little birdie. A coach from one of y'all opponents told me I have to be at a game, I think week 3. I think it's that.
Yeah.
There's a couple. There's a couple games the bird has been
right.
Yeah, he said, "Hey Pat," he said, "I need you at that game. I need the dub at that game." I said, "You know what? Week 1 and 2 is some crazy schedules that we got to be at." But I said, "I think I can fit in that game for week 3. I think I'm gonna have to walk them sidelines of life." But man, yeah. He gonna be on the enemy sideline though, coach. He invited me out, man, on the enemy sideline. I'm like, man, I'm cool with both sides. I don't know what to do.
Man, let me know when I got you, even if we got to get you a spot right in the middle. But what you just said there, like what you're talking about, that's part of the change that's come here. When's the last time you heard people reaching out to media about going to play Life Oak Cliff? Right now, we could probably name 3 or 4 different programs that probably reached out saying, this about Life Oak Cliff, or y'all need to be at that game. That's, for me, that shows the change that came at Life Oak Cliff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I love the energy of the program and what you guys got going. And I'm pretty sure that we got rid of Air Raid, right?
No, he's still here.
To be honest, I wasn't speaking on the coach. I was just speaking on the philosophy.
Oh no, we're definitely still. And for me, it's hard to say air raid because everybody has their own definition there. We're definitely still running the spread. We're still running air raid concepts. Essentially, we're, without going too deep, we're taking what teams give us. if you're a defensive guy, you know there's a weakness in every defense.
Right.
It's, you know, whatever you give us is what we're going to attempt to take. If you want to play our spread attack with, 4 or 5 guys in the box, we're going to run it. You want to put 6+ in there, we're going to spread it out. I mean, that's just, for me, basic math.
Right. And, and I like that approach, though, because if you go balls to the wall, that, sometimes that'll be a snowball effect. You got to be really smart with how you play that.
Yeah, my goal is always offensively put us in the best situation, whatever that is, whether that be from game to game, from quarter to quarter, or even play to play.
Right.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
so what is Coach Brian doing over there?
Said again.
My bad.
You do Coach Brian. Definitely Coach Brian.
Oh, Lewis.
Yeah.
So I promoted him to the assistant head coach. He's still working with receivers for me, but he's our assistant head coach now.
All right, man. I like that guy. That's my dog. I like Coach Lewis, man.
Yeah, man.
I think he gonna get his shot too. He gonna get his shot to run a program. And I tell you what, man, being assistant head coach with you, I think ain't gonna do nothing but help him. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying that was kind of one of the reasons of doing it. I know he has head coaching potential. He's a guy that I think in the next 2 to 3 years max will definitely be running a program somewhere. He brings a lot to the table for me, and then now he's in a position where he gets to see things a little bit, different way, which will benefit both of us.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, B. Ross.
Coach, just to let you talk. It seems like you don't mind playing a freshman over a junior or senior if you feel that player will make you make the team better. Just from hearing you talk, man. So that's a big shout out to you as well, because it sounds like if you good, you gonna play. Just listen to you talk. So whether you a freshman or a sophomore, it doesn't matter. So that's always a plus as well.
Whoever gives us
involved, just straight the best players, man.
I want whoever gets us the best chance to win on Friday night. If that's a freshman, a sophomore, junior, senior, doesn't matter to me. And that helps with, keeping the competition up in practice, because they know with me, nobody's spot safe. It's nobody that's beyond taking somebody's spot, and nobody's spot that can't be taken. Even we got guys that I absolutely love, but with what we have now, the depth, they know you can come out and have a bad practice, and you might be a 2 the next day when you come out.
Oh, man.
That's what it's all about.
Okay with that.
What about, though?
Yes, sir. Hey, let me ask you about. Oh, go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, I'll just say my man Corey. That's the other little birdie around here. He can't wait till homecoming. That's all I know.
It's gonna be a great night.
He can't wait till homecoming. Like you have really disrespected the South Side. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they feel it. That's not my words. They're not my words. I'm just saying.
Sunny South, man.
I can't tell him how to feel about him and his situation. If he took that as disrespectful, that's on him. I scheduled a football game. It fell on that date. For me, why not make that homecoming? That's a lot of people saying why. I'm saying why not? From a coach's perspective, when you think about homecoming, one of the biggest things coaches talk about is being able to keep their players focused during the course of the week with everything that's going on. You can't not be focused for a game like that. I don't have to try and find ways to keep my kids focused that week with all the homecoming stuff going on. The game that we have, you got to be focused.
Oh, facts.
Absolutely. Shout out to my man, Coach Bink, man. You tell who you help everybody got their rank 1 paperwork and they physicals turned in. Season start tomorrow. We wish everybody to start tomorrow, man. Man, and hey man, feel free to hit us up, man. Let us know how practice going. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta always call you. My phone work all the time. You can text all the time. You can text me, DM me. If you want to call me, you can call me. It don't matter. But just let us know how the team working. We'd like to welcome to the party, man. Uncle T, man. What's up, Uncle Willow?
Oh no,
Oh,
man. Just
here he go.
just over here at Life Oak Cliff, man, enjoying the good life and trying to figure out it's more than one way to say you're a scrub when you go ahead and put that in on homecoming. And how impressive did you do it when you got beat by 52? I think that's real impressive. I mean, there's a lot going on right now. It's a lot to unpack. Southside, I don't think y'all need to stand up. I think y'all might need to be rolling over somewhere. Because it's bad. It's bad when Life feel like they can come in there and play with you with 11 freshmen and put you on homecoming. They even put now. Listen,
Goddamn, Willow.
Hey, you can't be out here. You got to know homecoming's coming, and listen, the coach over at Life Oak Cliff Welton, Coach Welton, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. And Corey, you can't be mad. You should feel some kind of way as you should, but you can't get mad at that. He said, if I'm gonna take over Dallas, I got to be the DISD team on homecoming, and that's what he's doing. So we can be mad about it, we can be upset, but.
And I'm gonna tell you, I appreciate you right now for selling the fight because you understand this game is gonna do numbers. It may be the biggest crowd that we draw at Life Oak Cliff for a football game.
Well, as long as we can do the merch for that night, we'll plug it up like it's a Carter Killer game.
Hey, it's a Thursday night.
So, I mean, how you want to play this, sir?
Hey,
right.
Let's talk. I got you.
Okay, well, yeah, we can merch out, man. We'll make this the Carter Kim report too. Because I was actually thinking we need to do something for that Carter Lincoln game, but this might be a better game. Because
that's one reason I put it on a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
But Uncle Tom, but you know what though? But he's right though. He trying to be like his neighbor, Faith family. What have Faith family been doing? They've been beating DISD schools. So hey, he trying to follow up. They're just on the football side. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
I'm here for it. Listen. Like my predecessor, like my namesake, we here to free all the slaves. So
but hey, look. Every time I see that come up, I think of Tom and Jerry when that woman that you never see her, but just see her, Thomas. Oh Lord, that is too funny.
Oh man, but hey man, let's keep it pushing, man.
Keep pushing.
Speaking of that though, get us into what's the expectations. I see a lot of people, the people that follow us in our group, they saying a lot of people saying like 6-4, like that's probably a playoff if you go 6-4. I'm assuming. So, do you have big expectations, knowing that you playing a whole lot of freshmen, sophomores, etc.?
Oh, definitely. For me, the expectations aren't necessarily a number, though. I hate giving an expectation with a record, because if I sit here and tell you our goal is to go 6-4, I'm telling you my goal is to lose 4 games. I don't go any game thinking I'm gonna lose, expecting to lose, knowing I'm gonna lose, nothing like that. My biggest expectation is that we will be a playoff team. That's the goal for this season. Anything that happens beyond that, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But everything about us right now is focused on getting to the playoffs. That's, if you follow Life, I think they've been to the playoff twice in school history, never won a playoff game. That's where we're starting with getting the school back to the playoffs. We get to the playoffs year one, you just being 100, you got to know that this has a chance to be one of the better Life team this year. At the same time, this will be the worst that Life will be under me. And that's only because it's my first year with this group. We will only get better next year and the year after and the year after and the year after.
So basically what you're saying now is y'all should, if y'all gonna beat us, y'all better beat us this year. because coming out the next year, it's just gonna keep getting better and better until you win in state,
It's a wrap.
or until you start playing 5A and 6A teams because they're gonna treat you like fake family.
Basically. But no, man, like I said, thing is getting these guys, one, now that I have them believing in themselves, now it's just getting them a chance to get that playoff experience and see what that feels like. For the seniors, I don't have a senior on this team that has been to a playoff game. So for me, they deserve that before they leave. And for the guys coming up, it's about getting that playoff experience this year because, again, we're going to make runs year after year. But they got to learn what it feels like before you get to that point.
Okay. I tell you what, man, we need you to throw us some names. You know what I'm saying? We always love to show some love to the babies, man. So give us some of these freshmen, man, for the people that don't know. You know, I feel like you probably got some of the most well-known freshmen out here. But for the people that don't know, man, give us the names of some of these freshmen that you're gonna be leaning on. You gave us some on in the trenches on the O-line for sure. But what about some of the other ones?
I'll start with wide receiver Demarion Mays. He's a dog. There's no way to spin it. I don't care where you take that kid, what field you put him on. He's a dog at any program, anywhere from 3A to 6A. That's who he is. Hadn't played a varsity down, has 3 D1 offers. You know, he's a kid that's going to draw double teams as a freshman, which is crazy to say out loud. But, you know, that's what it is. Got a running back, Jatavian Adams. He'll be big for us. He's a kid that can run downhill. We can flex him out, play him in the slot. Does a very good job of running routes. Biggest thing there is just seeing how durable he's going to be at the varsity level. You know, that's going to be a big thing for all of our freshmen, seeing how they handle the wear and tear on their bodies. Quarterback, he has, you know, kind of came in and taken over that spot. We will start a freshman quarterback. Love what we get out of him from the standpoint of understanding the offense, taking what defense gives him, and just getting us in the best situation. Behind that, offensively, we've got 2 slots that'll definitely play a role. Dana Edwards, Brennan Ballard. They'll see varsity time on Friday night, and one's definitely completing for a starting spot. Another one will get a lot of playing time. We'll probably play 8 skilled guys on offense on any given night. Defensively, got a couple linebackers actually. Ali Spencer and Martez Hamilton. They're 2 guys that are going to see some action early at linebacker. Those are 2 of the guys that I mentioned earlier that came in and added, you know, a lot of depth there. Got a DB that'll see some action on Friday nights that's competing for a spot right now, Avion Westby. So that freshman group, with a lot of them playing early, you got to think, we're talking about kids that if you're competing for a spot or a starter as a freshman, you're going to play for the next 4 years. And that's what I mean when I say this is the worst we will be while I'm here, just because it's the beginning.
Wow.
Unless they get their spots taken. Because you got to think about it, too. If you're going to keep upgrading like that, some of the freshmen ain't going to be starting.
But think about what you just said. If somebody comes in and takes their spot, we got better.
Yeah, but that's the key.
That's what I want.
That's the key, right?
I want a kid to come in and take somebody's spot because we get better as a team.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I love it, man. Matter of fact, I think on homecoming, man, we might have to get you and Madison coach on here together. Probably have to get y'all together on a Tuesday night or Monday night with Coach Carl. We have to get y'all together.
Y'all come on a Tuesday, man. We boxing. I'm just gonna tell you the truth because Gates know he can't lose this game. This is one of them games where you got everything to lose.
And I think that's what makes this so great because, man, me and Gates, we've got a great relationship off the field. Like that's one of my guys. He understands what we're doing over here. I get what he's done and is doing over there, and that's what makes this matchup so great. You got, you know, 2 coaches in this area at the 3A division that's trying to build something.
Yeah, but I think we passed building for some of us. I think, it's time for Madison to go and get back to what Madison used to be, which was probably one of the few schools that had the longest playoff run in DISD.
Right.
So you kind of got to get back to Madison. Need to get back to being Madison. And what way to do it than to whoop up on some young pups, and get back to what you do best. Because they didn't make the playoffs last year, did they?
Nope. They.
What is the
That's the same place we were.
What was the
Damn, coach. Damn.
Damn.
I love your honesty.
Negative was what it was. We were at home. They were at home.
There's a lot of truth to that.
It wasn't a shot. It was
That's why you're homecoming, Madison.
I don't say anything.
That's why you're homecoming.
So the homecoming.
So we both was at home. We both was at
home.
Oh shit. Well, you know what? They gonna listen. Somebody gonna come out that game.
That game's a playoff game. The winner of that game is going to get the playoffs.
I was about to say
the winner of that game gets the playoffs.
So what's the who all in your schedule? Who all is your district? Who all in your district?
So we've got Pottsboro, Whitesboro, Madison, Palmer, A+, and Pilot Point.
Oh, y'all got a very ethnical schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Right.
Then what's the play? What?
Oh no.
What's the combined record of that district?
Say it one more time.
What's the combined record of that district?
Talking overall? We talking playoffs or we talking?
Talking overall. Just is that district a district where there are districts and then there are districts? What is this?
Pottsboro went a few rounds deep last year. Whitesboro went 2 rounds deep. It's hard to say on Palmer because they were a playoff team, but they're coming up from 3AD2 to 3AD1. So it's really a district that's wide open.
So basically what you're saying is y'all playing for that 4th spot. Realistic. I mean, you'd never say it, but realistic. If you got 3 teams that went 2 rounds deep, the odds of a 11 freshman coming in. Now, I witnessed the Fab 5, so I'm not going to tell you it's not possible. You know what I'm saying?
I think here's the thing for me, though. Even though we're young, I look at Pottsboro's roster. They lost, I don't have it in front of me. I believe it was 12 starters from last year. Whitesboro, theirs was 10 or 11. So when I look at that, they may have some young guys that may have got some experience, but they're guys that carried them last year that made those runs. Those guys are gone. So, I mean, they've got guys that essentially are asking to be the man for the first time, just like we are. The difference ours may be freshmen and sophomores. Theirs may be sophomores and juniors. But, I think it's a little bit more even than what people think from an experience standpoint, which is why I like that district this year.
So you look at that district like, shit, if we would be in any district, this district put us in, huh?
Yeah, because you got teams in this district that's never played each other. You bring Pottsboro, Whitesboro, and Pilot Point from, more up north. The competition they played, the type of teams they played aren't what we're going to be this year at Life Oak Cliff. They aren't Madison type teams. So that's going to be different for them. So that's the reason I say I think that district's wide open. I think there's easily 4 to 5 teams that could win that district.
Yeah, but you would have to realistically say 3 teams that you just named are 2 rounds deep. You would have to say that at some point those type of programs kind of reload. You see what I'm saying? And they have to have the benefit of the doubt. Whereas, with you guys, just in all honesty, you're still freshmen. So I'm not going to say that they're not going to play like freshmen. There are going to be nights where they have to learn how to play at that level. Now, it may take 1 game, 1 half. Hell, it may take 1 play. You know what I mean?
That's what you just said is going to be the thing for us this year. How long does it take those young guys to adjust to playing at this level. You know, that's when I'll be able to have real expectations for this season. That's why I can't put a number on it now, because I don't know where they're going to start at on that first Friday night. I know what they're capable of athletically, but that and transitioning to the field, I've got to see it before I can say it.
Yeah, because I mean, listen, in the game of football, man, you know, the mental part of it, right? It's growing up. I remember the first play my freshman year in college, right? We was playing Iowa. I got in the game. I mean, I was nervous, scared, like just nervous.
Right.
They ran a stretch to me. Came out the block, got out the block, tackled for loss. At that particular point, it wasn't an issue for me no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's different because in practice, you can show those skills.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That you can play at that level. But until you get in the game and do it with people that don't look like you,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Then it brings a whole nother level of confidence to your game. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm just more like, when are your freshmen, you know, because they're going to do it in stages. They're not going to all click at one time. You know what I mean? And you're going to need them clicking at the same time, but it's going to be stages. What are you doing to prepare them for that?
So I know we were talking about J Mac. Is it cool if I go ahead and get into the 7-on-7 side of it?
Yeah, because I got Coach Colvin here in the background.
Okay.
So he about ready to come on. So catch us up with the 7-on-7. Cause I do want to hear about that because I heard great things.
For the skill guys, especially the young ones, that was huge for us because they got a chance to see, you know, obviously not the physicality, but the speed of varsity receivers, varsity DBs, and etc. We played against teams that this past spring between state qualifiers, we did the SMU college tournament, the UNT tournament, Madison's tournament. So for us to get the chance to see, you know, SOC, Carter, South Lake Carroll, Plano East, Denton Geyer, you know, playing against teams like that gave us a chance to see probably the best speed that we're going to see all season. I don't think we'll see a group of skill guys like what they saw during the summer. And, you know, they were able to prove that they could hold their own from a speed standpoint. So for me, that was big for them confidence-wise going into this season for some of those young guys. And
Absolutely.
then
so
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish up.
I was just gonna say I want to make sure that we've got a senior receiver. I'm actually gonna call him an athlete because you're probably gonna see him everywhere this year. Edric Jordan. He missed all of last season, tore his ACL prior to the season. He's back and looking like the old version of him. He's going to be the best player on the field a lot of weeks. He's been huge for our young guys as far as kind of showing them the way, being a leader, giving them confidence, and, you know, just teaching them what they need to know to play this game at this level. So I think guys like him, we've got a junior wide receiver, Devontae. Those guys have helped those young guys. So it's not that we're, you know, coming out here and we're throwing 11 freshmen on the field. You know, it may be a quarterback, a running back, and a receiver with these two veterans and a veteran O-line. So it kind of matches up perfect. The freshmen came in and gave us what we didn't have to add to what, you know, some of those older guys that just needed somebody else to go with them.
Yes, sir.
So I definitely
I'll tell you what, Coach, man.
Get misconstrued.
No. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. We're going to ride the hype of the freshmen, you know, because this might be one of the best classes to come out of DFW, you know what I'm saying, particularly Oak Cliff or Dallas, but DFW or Texas, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to ride the hype. But I tell you what, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through, man. Keep in contact with us, man. I know you talk to Pat a lot. Keep us updated, man, because we definitely come to check it out, you know what I'm saying? I got to see it in person, but like I told you, I ain't coming to see touch. I got to see jokers hit the ground.
No, I feel y'all let me know when it's got y'all. I'll make sure I get taken care of.
Hey, I might show up for that Trinity game. I ain't gonna lie, because that might be fun. That might be fun. But hey, man, in the last words, man, the shout outs you want to give, man, you definitely be coming back, man, because you're a friend of the show. So any shout outs you want to give before you get out of here?
Man, the big thing, I just want to shout out the school, Life Oak Cliff. As we've talked about, we're doing big things, trying to move in a different direction. We're definitely a school to be on the lookout for with the things that we're doing. So anybody got any questions, etc., reach out to me, come check us out.
Yes, sir. Once again, man, Coach Johnson, salute. Appreciate you, buddy.
Take it easy on the south side, man.
I got you.
Uh-oh.
Hey, man, I meant to tell you, we got Coach coming in, supposed to be coming in by 8:40, so we ran over a little bit. Hopefully, Coach don't charge that to our heart. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know that we got a diva on the staff that shows up whenever he wants to. He don't come to pre-show no more, so he don't know the lineup. That's okay.
Coach better worry about keeping his mascot and not changing into Buc-ee's.
What's up, Coach Colvin? How you doing? Welcome to the Dub.
What up,
Yeah,
what up,
man.
Coach?
Hey, I'm good, man. I appreciate y'all letting me on here.
It's all love.
Hey,
Coach,
man.
glad you could join us, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, man, I'm happy you came, man. I was nervous about messaging. You know what I'm saying? Coaches of your ilk. They usually don't like to come on this side. You know what I'm saying? They usually don't come on this side.
Yeah, here we go.
I got a question.
Let's hear it.
Can you define that word for me, please? I don't. What does that mean? Can you use it for me in context, please? I kind of got an idea, but I'm not really sure.
I will put it like this. When word got out that I was bringing Coach, how you say your name, Coach? I'm just nervous about saying it. Say your name, Coach. Drew
Colvin.
Okay.
Yeah.
When word got out, I was bringing Coach Colvin on. I probably got about 3 messages from black coaches that was like, "Hey, man, you bringing Coach on? That's a cool guy, man. That's the guy right there. That's the guy." And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's only one other coach I've got that with. You know who that was?
Riley Dodge.
There you go. You knew it. You knew it.
Cat Daddy, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, when I said Cat Daddy was coming on, man, everybody was they hurry up and hit me up and like, man, Riley, cool cat, man. Y'all gonna enjoy Riley, cool cat. So, hey, I like it, man. I be trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all tell y'all friends they can come on. We ain't gonna play.
I was waiting on the invite.
Hey, it coming though, man. But hey, I appreciate you coming, man.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about you, but I would like for you. I know this your first head coaching job, right?
Right. Yep.
Just kind of catch us up to where you started from, how you got up to the point where you got now.
Gotcha. Yep. Yeah. So right out of college, I coached 4 years at Berry Middle School in Mesquite. I'm from Mesquite. Rodney Webb was the head coach at Horn when I was at the middle school. So my first varsity job was at West Mesquite. I coached DBs for 3 years at West Mesquite. Always knew I wanted to coach offense, coach defense because that was the opening, and really I was just very fortunate to be around good coaches at West Mesquite. Marcus Shavers was the defensive coordinator. I coached secondary with Kyle Ward, who I still think Kyle Ward's the best DB coach in the state of Texas. So obviously being on that side of the ball with Marcus Shavers and Kyle Ward, Brandon Stewart was our linebackers coach. He's the DC at Forney right now. So young coach that definitely didn't know a lot about defense, but was surrounded by good men that knew football and knew how to get the most out of kids. So left West Mesquite, went to Dallas Molina. Friend of mine got the Molina job, wanted me to be the offensive coordinator. Really tough decision. Ended up going there. Kind of struck lightning in a bottle when I was there. We got there, they were 0-20. First year made the playoffs. Second year went 8-2. That was the most wins in school history. So kind kind of struck lightning in a bottle right there. Left there, went to Kemp, 3A school near Kaufman. Was really good at Kemp. Went 10-3. Played Malakoff in a district championship the year that Malakoff went to the state championship. I got a call at the end of that year from Kurt Traylor, who was the head coach at Tyler Legacy. He needed an offensive coordinator, and my name came up, and went out there and interviewed and got the job. And again, I was out there. I was fortunate. We had some really good players. We had Jamarian Miller at running back that went to Alabama. We had Bryson Donnell that went to Tech. So, Tyler Legacy was coming off 3 losing seasons. They had made the playoffs in 6 years. Again, just really fortunate to go out there, have some good kids. Went 7-4, made the playoffs. But that was the year that Kurt left to go with his brother Jeff to UTSA. So really, I was in Tyler for like 8 months. But it all worked out. I didn't get an interview. I didn't get an interview for the head job there. I didn't even get a sniff, but it all worked out. Trey Brooks was getting the job at Rockwall at the time that Kurt was leaving to go to UTSA. So went to Rockwall the last 4 years, and again, fortunate to be around good coaches, good kids. Was able to light it up the last 4 years, and then just moved a couple miles down the road to Royce City. So I've been very fortunate in this career.
Okay. Hey, you got anything for him, B-Ross?
Oh yeah, quick question for you, Coach. Royce City, man, Forest Yard enrollment in the past, I'm gonna say 5 years or so, they went from 5A Division 2 to 6A. It's like that enrollment is growing, growing crazy. Well, I know y'all enrollment is growing, but as far as y'all football program, is y'all football program a 6A football program? I know y'all, as far as the enrollment is concerned, but as far as the football program, how are y'all numbers looking as far as the football program?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there's 1,200 school districts in Texas, and Royce City is the number 3 fastest growing right now. So we're growing at a crazy rate. Second high school will be built in 2 years. The third high school will be built in 8 years. The land's already been purchased for that, so it's growing like crazy. Yeah, your question, that's a good question. We're getting there. I think right now we have 70 varsity football players. I would like that number to be 80 to 85. But this younger class we have coming in, we have 138 signed up on the freshman level. And it's a really, really good group that I'm excited about, man. It's a really talented group, very, very confident group. Most freshmen aren't like the ones that we're getting. They are very low maintenance, very mature business mindset. So we're really excited about that group. But yeah, like I said, we have 135 freshmen signed up, and it's our job to make sure that those numbers stay like that because, like you said, we need 6A numbers to play 6A football.
I gotta ask about this district. It's like your first year, man. It's like you were in one of the toughest districts in the Metroplex. So tell me how you feel about your district.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'm very, very careful to listen to people that tell me not to take a job or what you can and can't do at a job. I'll just tell you this. I went to Dallas Molina when they were 0-20, and those kids figured it out. I really feel like there's 2 types of coaches. There's coaches that know football, and then there's coaches that can get the most out of kids. And I feel like that myself and our staff are full of men that get the most out of kids. It doesn't really matter how much you know about football if kids won't play hard for you. And that's one thing I pride myself on. I feel like I can get the most. I can get every ounce of potential out of kids. So, as far as the district, there is nobody more familiar than this district than me. When I was at Tyler Legacy, we played Rockwall and Heath and Longview and all those guys and made the playoffs. The last 4 years at Rockwall, we were 24-1 in 4 years in district, won 24 games and lost 1. So very familiar with the district, very familiar with the style of play of these teams. It is a tough district. Good players, good coaches across the board, but I feel like we got good players and we got good coaches too. So, yeah, it's tough, but like I said, there's no one more familiar to lead this group of kids at Royce City than me.
Yes, sir.
I love it. And you kind of you say something that Coach Carr often say a lot. Like he don't believe in he don't believe in bad jobs. He just believe in bad coaches.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that being said, I will let you.
I mean, basically.
That's funny.
I mean, I can let you tell. I can let him tell you himself. You know what I'm saying? That's what he often say.
That's funny. Yeah.
Hey, Coach agree with me, man. You heard me just say, yep, that's a lot of truth to that statement. Because I mean, come on, Coach, for real. Like if you can build a program, and like you said, you can get kids to play for you, like you could turn any program around. You know what I mean?
I feel like that.
It's never a bad job. It's only good opportunities.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Now I do got to ask you this: how big of a role did Bucky's play with you taking this job?
I'll tell you this. When I got hired, people were like, they kept telling me, you got to pace yourself. You got to pace yourself. And I was like, man, I'll be fine. But I know I'm up 13 pounds the last 4 months. It's not good. I'll tell you that. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah,
but,
listen.
Yeah, it was definitely a big decision maker for me for sure.
Hey, listen, we had Coach Hurl on, and he said the same thing, man. I mean, he liked the nuts over there. So what's the go-to over there?
Yeah.
Hey, those his words.
Those are his exact words.
Y'all are trying to get me in trouble on here.
No. When you go to Buc-ee's, what's your go-to?
Oh man, it's not good. So I go in there, I'll get the turkey sandwich, which is $9, and then I'll get the baked flaming hot Cheetos, which is $3, and then I get a water just so I can feel like I'm doing something good. So, and then I'll sit in the truck, and so no one sees me at the school because I do it every day.
Hey, Coach, that's that B. Ross diet. That's that B. Ross diet.
Hey, Coach. B. Ross called that the Big Mac diet.
He already told you gained 13 pounds.
I did.
The Big Mac diet.
And now you about to start camp? Shoot,
yeah, I'll be fine now. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
It'll fall off.
When you do talk about, the community is rising, man, I mean, if you go right across 20, right across 30, there is a gazillion houses being built on the other side.
Yep.
Why wouldn't y'all stay with a one high school town team as long as you can? You know what I mean? That would definitely help with your program. Is that something that y'all talked about, or is just the growth is going to be too much to handle?
Yeah, that's a great question too. I think the growth is just too much to handle. It's like what you said a while ago. They went from 5A D2 straight up to 6A. We have over 3,000 kids in our building, and it's a building that's built to hold 3,000. In 2 years, we'll have 3,800 kids.
Wow.
So again, like you said, with all those houses being built, I mean they would have to build a mega high school to hold all these kids. Maybe like Plano does it, a freshman center, a sophomore center, and then a high school. So it is a unique situation just because, I mean, it'll be a good deal because our administration is good, but there will be some old Bulldog fans that won't know how to feel about it. I mean, this is a die-hard community for Bulldogs. So to have another high school, I think at first it'll kind of be unique, but we'll be in different districts. I think they'll stay 5A when they get there. We'll be 6A, so we'll probably not play each other, probably not have a rivalry, but. Yeah, I just think there's too much going on for us to just stay one high school. Like I said, they already bought the land to build a third high school because it's the number 3 growing district in the state of Texas, and it's growing like at a crazy rate.
Yeah,
is North 41 or 2?
Say it again.
Is North 41 or 2?
Hey, according to Coach Shavers.
Colvin, get him on here.
Well, no, he already told us. He already told us because they the fastest growing. So I'm trying to figure out where y'all line at. Is it Royce City or North 40? We just want to know. So.
I need to see what. I need to see where the lines are drawn on the map.
Okay.
Figure that out.
So you know, if you familiar with the show, you know, we like to keep it trill. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially me. You know, J-Mac will always keep it trill. So, how much work? Because I mean, we just said y'all the third fastest growing city, right? So for me, that means if the football not showing, then that means the kid is probably some kids there that's not playing.
Right.
You know what I mean? We just keeping it a buck. So how much kind of building, you know, you getting your build a wall on around Royce City and you know, telling people come on back home. You know what I'm saying? I'm coach. I'm the OC guru. We're gonna score a lot. We're gonna dance. We're gonna party in the end zone. Come on back home. How much of that have you had to do since you took over?
Yeah, you know what? We've probably had 2 players come back that left. Royce City graduated a good bit of seniors, so there wasn't a ton of upperclassmen that ended up leaving, and you know, just trying to figure out where they were, chase them down. So I've been pretty fortunate. I haven't had to do a lot of that. You know, it's different in this situation because in my head sometimes, you know, you want to be like, go, bye, we'll figure it out without you. We'll win without you. But, you know, in this chair, it's a little different. You know, you want to keep your kids. You know, for me in Royce City, because those are our kids. So I haven't had to do a ton of that. I will say this, though. I mean, like you said, you're right. I mean, you know, you need to have a good product and a good program if a parent wants their son to be a part of it. And I understand that. There's a lot more to it than kids just leaving for playing time. But I will say this. I mean, I really feel like we play the most exciting brand of offense in the state. Felt like the last 4 years, if you ask anybody, you know, when you think of offense, who do you think of? Well, they would have told you Rockwall if they know anything about offense. So I think for our kids, it's an exciting brand of football for them to be a part of. We can take advantage of their skill sets. We throw the ball around more than anybody. We play faster than anybody in the state of Texas. So from 7th grade all the way to the 12th grade, these kids be playing an exciting brand of offense. I think it's exciting for the community to come watch on Friday night, to watch these kids run up and down the field as fast as possible. The refs can't keep up. The chain crew can't keep up. I mean, it's just an exciting brand of football to be a part of. You know, our defense, we got some phenomenal defensive coaches, high energy guys, high character guys. That'll be the strength of our team. So I know I'm rambling, but just to answer that question, I don't think our kids are going anywhere, because if you've seen any part of what we've done in the spring and spring ball, then you know that we'll be one of the most exciting teams in the state of Texas to watch. So why would a kid not want to be a part of that?
Right. Yes, sir. And speaking of your defensive coaches, I got a few of them following me on X here recently, man. So hey, man, shout out to Royce City coaches, giving your boy a follow. You know, I follow back, so you know, hopefully I can catch up with them, man, and we can chop it up, man. Because I just want to know, because you talking all that offense, you see Coach Willow over there looking the other way. He a defensive guy. He ain't like hearing all that. But I talked to Coach Varner. You know Coach Varner, right?
That's my guy.
That's my homie, man. And
good people, man.
so he told me a lot of good things about you.
No,
yeah. Coach Varner is my guy, man. So
That's my
he
boy.
told me a lot of good things about you. Actually, he told me a lot of good things when you first got the job, you know. So I had been kind of keeping an eye on you. So yeah, man, he said when it comes to offense, you know, you ain't gonna see many that you ain't gonna see many. And that was the first thing, because that was I asked. I was like, well, you know, is he gonna be able to change that around over there? Because you know, it's kind of, you know, mundane over there. You know, it kind of is what it is. You know, they kind of look at, you know, I don't know how many homecoming games y'all are, but I'm pretty sure y'all a few. You know what I'm saying? So just keep it real. Just keep it real. So you know, but to hear you got me excited, man. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple plays left for these needs. If you need a fullback, let me know.
So,
no, we're good.
And you said we good.
That's funny. Yeah, Bonner's good people, man. He's a good friend of mine. He's a phenomenal coach, good person. I
Because you ain't
appreciate
got
him saying that.
room for a squatty body fullback.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
He been working out, coach.
Yeah, I know. If we're about 40, I got you.
Oh,
Throw you in there.
with the by party.
Man, I only got 2 plays, coach. Take advantage. Take advantage.
If you fumble on the first one, you're done. You're not getting the second one. So.
No, he's a blocking back, coach.
Oh.
Just run ISO every play, coach. Just like having a guard in the backfield. You'll be all right.
That's it. That's it.
Don't try to get cute and give him the ball in the flat. None of that stuff. Just
hit him. Hit him. That's it.
That's it. You got the linebacker. Don't worry about nobody else.
Man,
that's how you play that.
That's good coaching.
Yeah, hey coach. Hey, coach. Hey, who scheduled you for their homecoming?
Rockwall.
Oh,
damn! Where you come from?
Yeah, your own people.
Where you come from?
Your own people, man.
Your people did you like
your
that,
own people.
Did your own
Did
people?
he
It's the
call
ones
you?
you trust the most. It's the ones you trust the most.
Cause did he call you and say that, or did you just like look it up and like, ah, man, this dude doesn't say this wrong. Like, did he give you a heads up or anything? Like, how did that?
Yeah, he just like,
No. Nope.
Oh, you just saw it on the schedule.
Saw it on the schedule.
Damn, coach.
Oh. Well.
Y'all are making me feel worse laughing.
Hey, it's best we do it in your face. We ain't do it behind your back.
Okay.
Yeah. You ain't got it. Look, you ain't gonna find out. You ain't gonna find out on a later podcast.
Yeah.
Man, they was talking about you, about your schedule and all that. Nah, we gonna laugh in your face and root for you in your face too, coach. We gonna root for you. You know what I mean?
All right, good. I'll take it.
Yeah. Listen, we want you to be Rockwall.
All right.
All right,
Like
because when we pitched this district, we got Rockwall finishing like three in this district, 3 or 4, coach.
Okay.
Because they can't play no defense over there.
Oh man, here we go.
You know,
still ain't figured it out.
You know,
Hey, I'll tell you
Still
this.
ain't figured it out.
I'll tell you this.
In 20 years.
I'll tell you this, and this might spark up a whole nother conversation.
I got time.
Brad France is the defensive coordinator over there. Let me tell you, he is one of the best defensive coaches that I've ever been around. I'm telling you. And I think people think offense when they think Rockwall because they've always been good. They've always been good at offense. But I'll tell you this. We played DeSoto in 2020 when they were loaded. D1 quarterback, D1 running back, D1 receiver. Byron Murphy on the D-line, Shamar Turner on the D-line. They were averaging 56 a game. And we were winning 20-15 at halftime. We couldn't piss a drop on offense, but defensively held them to 15. I think we lost that game 27-24 because of the offense, not the defense. I mean, Brad France had their head spinning. Played Waxahachie 2 years ago, lost 28-25, I think, when Waxahachie had pretty good team. So I think a lot of people see high-scoring games. Well, you just got to understand, we play so fast on offense, you might get off the field on defense, and then 30 seconds later be back on the field. I mean, that happens. That happens a good bit.
It happens, and that's why your defense sucks.
No.
So
they don't suck. Trust me, that guy.
You know, like I know, coach. As explosive y'all are on offense, if y'all can't get on down the road, it's gonna be one group stopping you, and that group wins championships. Yep. I don't care how many points you score.
Yep.
I don't care. And somebody brought up on Tuesday night on this debate show you need to watch. It's called The People Spoken. They was talking about how COVID year didn't count. So I don't know if it's any truth to that. You know, so
if you played, it counts.
That's what I said, Coach. That's what I said. I'm just saying what the people from up in Texoma said. So,
no.
But seriously though, they don't have to defend them right now, man. They the enemy. Okay,
it ain't no defending the coaches.
You don't need to be defending them people, man. What's wrong with you?
That's funny.
They don't already think on homecoming. They showed you what they let them know what they think about.
Willow, don't worry about it. Don't worry about Willow. When Coach try to beat him by 50 this year, he'll never have nothing else nice to say again.
They got it. Listen, because they just know when Rockwall coming into that game, they got a lot of hidden energy about you right now.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And then it's not like you left to go somewhere outside of the district. You went right into the district at the bottom feeders. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you got everything. You ain't got nothing to lose, Coach. You ain't got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? You can shoot every bullet you got.
Your boy Wiley gonna be jumping all your routes. So just go ahead. Every you need to run double routes the whole game.
Because you going there running options. Go ahead and run the veer, the wing team when you come up in there. They ain't gonna know what hit them.
Oh man.
No, Coach. But no. Kind of give us, man. I mean, we like to have fun, but that's the only homecoming y'all are. That ain't bad.
No, that's pretty good.
Is that how we
story.
measure success? How many teams picked you for homecoming?
Well, you done been around the game a long time.
I'm
That's
telling
one common denominator.
Maybe it was
multiple homecoming games. They think you suck and they don't like you.
That's just real talk, Coach. You already know.
I'm just being honest. We was with Coach Lynn and Crowley. They was 4 homecoming games.
4.
And they won all of them too, didn't they?
And they upset all of them. They took pride.
And then what happened? What happened? Coach?
I will say,
Crowley only got 1 homecoming game this year.
When I was at Dallas Molina, I do feel like we were 10 homecoming games.
You were. You absolutely were 10 homecoming.
But we won 8 of those, so I'm fine.
Yeah, there you go, Coach.
We were North Dallas's homecoming, and we were the home team.
Oh hell no!
Yes.
Oh, that's disrespectful, Coach.
Yes.
That's disrespectful.
Yes.
We gotta win.
That's a true story. That is a true story. We were North Dallas's homecoming, and we were the home team. They were like, you know what? We're out of options. We'll just be the visitors.
Yeah, that's real disrespectful, Coach.
Yeah.
What they come tell y'all, like, do y'all mind we picked the Queen and King doing that?
So, Coach,
How was
that phone call? How was that phone call?
Well, I worked for Michael Nucci. I don't know if y'all have ever heard that name. He was the head coach there. He coached at WT White a few years before that. Anyways, he one of the best men I ever been around. If there was anybody that needed to take over a 0-20 DISD team, it'd be him, because that's a guy that doesn't make excuses. I mean, if you tell him no on stuff, like if admin were to tell him no on who he can hire or what he can buy and all that stuff, I mean, he's not the one you want to do that to. He's from New York, cusses like a sailor, but I love him. Anyways, I could only imagine what that phone call was like. I mean, I probably can't say it on air, honestly. I think Freddie Johnson was the head coach in North Dallas at the time. Anyways, yeah, it was.
He cold, man.
It was pretty disrespectful.
But let's talk positive. Let's talk about this offense, because we got to get to your defense. But before we get to your defense, because I want you to talk about the coaches that you hired. Actually, I want you to talk about your coaching style first, and just what went on in the process of selecting these guys, and kind of let us know who they are.
I got you. Yeah, so defensive coordinator, his name is Joseph Judy. Man, just one of the best men to be around kids that I could think of. His first job was at Dallas Molina with me, so he understands what it takes to, go to a situation and not make excuses and say we don't have this and we don't have this and this is why. Like, he's not going to do that. He doesn't make excuses. He coached defensive line for Mesquite for the last 6 years, and then I got him over to Rockwall this past year. And I think I think defensive line is a very undercoached position in the high school. Played two really, really good defensive lines that I can remember as offensive coordinator. One of them was DeSoto. And I know they got good kids, Byron Murphy and Shamar Turner, but I really felt like that defensive line coach did a really good job. And the other defensive line that I always remember facing was Mesquite's, and the way Coach Judy coached those guys. So great defensive mind, high energy guy, hard on kids, love kids. He's the DC. Offensive coordinator is Will Reed. He coached the receivers with me the last 4 years at Rockwall. He played quarterback at Rockwall when Rodney Webb got there and kind of got Rockwall going. What I like about him is he just has a different mind for the game. He's played the quarterback position. He's one of the best to ever do it in the history of Texas high school football. You can look his stats up. But his mind for the game, man, he's just got a different mind. He's played this position at a high level, and, man, he's just really, really sharp. He's the offensive coordinator. Offensive line coach is a guy named Cody Townsend, who's been around the block, one of the best offensive line coaches in the state of Texas. You know, we had 5 offensive linemen that did not play varsity football last year. And our defensive line, man, they are some studs. They are big, and they are nasty, and they are relentless. And our offensive line in the spring would give them fits with 5 guys that didn't play varsity football. So just a testament to how Coach Townsend coaches. Other guys, you know, just guys that I had built a relationship with over the years. Just met coaching. Got a H-backs coach out of McKinney that worked for Shavers. I called Shavers. Shavers had great things to say about him. Was able to get him over to Royce City. I got a recruiting coordinator, DB coach named Rodarius Owens. Got him out of Lakeview. Man, one of the most impressive guys I've ever been around. I interviewed that guy, and as soon as he left, I looked at Judy and I said, man, I'll exhaust every resource to get that guy. So kept a few guys from the previous staff that were willing to stay, guys that I would describe as just true professionals, which is a great compliment in this profession. You know, always going to be on time, always going to be there. Treat kids the right way, treat adults the right way. Don't have to ask them to do anything. They already know what they're doing. You know, don't have to tell them to work. They're always looking for work. So, yeah, I'm very fortunate about the staff that I have. I really feel like in like the off-season acquisition of getting coaches that I won. So it's a good staff for sure.
Yeah, I love it, man. Hey, you got Coach Bryce, you know, he over here claiming you, man. I'm telling you, man. Coach, you definitely invited to the cookout. It's very obvious you can come to the barbecue. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious. It's obvious you coming to the barbecue, Coach. But Coach, the one you just talked about, the DB coach, man. You know, we follow each other on X, and he definitely seemed like he got that juice, man. He do like man, he drinking. You know, he seemed like he drinks a lot of caffeine in the morning.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Yeah, he's solid, man. He is one of those guys that you just watch him coach, and if you're a dad, you know, you would say, I want my son to play for somebody like that because he's high energy, technician, understands the game, asks the right question, hard on kids. I mean, hard on kids. Doesn't take any excuses, but knows how to treat kids the right way too. So he's a guy that, you know, can get the most out of kids. So yeah, he's a stud for sure.
Hey man, I love it. So talk to him, man. Who you got quarterback in this high-powered offense, man? I heard he's pretty good. So just kind of tell us about it.
Yeah, Jamian Richardson, he'll be a junior. Man, really proud of this kid from a maturity standpoint. That was kind of my worry early on, is that he just wasn't as mature as I wanted him to be. And if you're going to play quarterback in this offense, you know, people need to believe in you, you know, and they need to trust you. And when you're in that huddle, they need to feel good about, you know, we're good. We got Jamie and we're fine. You know, they got to be able to take you serious. So I think his maturity from when I got there in February to now is, man, I'm just really encouraged by that. He understands that he can be really good at this, and, you know, he's totally bought into it. So when I was going through the process of interviewing for the job, you know, I kind of did some scrolling on Twitter trying to find some kids, and I saw his JV highlights, and I just, you know, if you saw him, you would just think in your head that, man, this kid's got something special. He just needs to be coached and, you know, given a chance. And Coach Reed has done a phenomenal job with him. I mean, the kid can spin it. He can make any throw. He's pretty electric with his feet. And he's done a great job. And I think as the spring has gone on, he has figured out like he could be really good at this. So I'll give you an example. There was one time in the spring practice he got sacked. He got sacked, and I think we were doing a 2-minute drill or something. And I was about to say, "Hey, we're good." But before I could get it out, he looked to the O-line and he said, "Hey, we're good. We're fine. Let's go." And that type of maturity is what I was looking for out of him when he could have just looked over and got pissed off and said, "Let's go, come on," throw a fit, but he didn't. So, but I'm telling you, man, he's one to watch. He's one to watch. He's a stud now. He can make any throw, and he's pretty electric with his feet. So we're gonna let him do his thing and let him spin it.
I look forward to it, man.
Yeah.
Now you gonna have before I pass it over to Coach Carr, because we talking too much offense. I see he getting agitated. You know what I'm saying? We talked about Rockwall. We talked about Rockwall defense that agitated him. You know what I'm saying? But before we
Coach just being politically correct because that's his own boy.
Not.
and then if they shut him out, he got an excuse. Oh man, I told you they was good.
Hey, Willow, he gonna be in the locker room. I know these guys. They can't stop a nosebleed. We put it start.
No. Y'all are trying to get it out of me, but I'm telling you now.
Coach, we don't have to get it out of you, Coach. We just pull up stats.
Yeah.
Listen, at the rate y'all was going offensively, Coach, y'all should be playing for some state titles. There's a reason why y'all couldn't get over that hump, man.
Man, I say this. I mean, people say that, but I'll defend them. I'll defend them forever because I know what type of coach they are. I'll say this. We lost a game to Prosper 2 years ago. I think it was 11-7. Prosper was going 4 rounds deep the last 4 or 5 years. Lost to DeSoto 27-24. I mean, people remember all the games where you score a lot and don't win, but I'll also say this. People think that Rockwall is just loaded with talent, and we do, and they do have good players, and they've had some good players come through. But what I know is true about those guys was that I would say if we played 13 games, I would say 10 or 11 they're outmatched. Before the game, you would look at both teams and pick the other team. Played Cedar Hill 3 years in a row. Who would you pick on that if you had no clue about the teams?
I picked Rockwall.
Well,
smart man.
I picked Cedar Hill. They only went 4 rounds deep. But listen,
they did, and we beat them 56-7. So
yeah,
whatever it was,
56-14. I know, but one team.
But I was saying this to what you said.
Playoffs and one team was sitting at home.
Yeah, no, I get it. If we were consistently scoring 50 points a game and losing, then I would understand that. But we weren't. I mean, we're winning 10, 11 games a year. But sometimes I believe this. Sometimes you're outmatched, and when you got two good teams and two good coaching staffs, you better coach at a great level and you better play at a great level. And if you don't do either one in one game, then you'll lose. And
Coach, I'm gonna say
sometimes
this.
Sometimes that happens.
I'm not saying that Coach ain't a great coach. I'm not saying that. You could be a great coach, but at the end of the day, sometimes just come down to Jimmy's and Joe's.
Yep.
And so for what I'm hearing you saying is y'all don't have the Jimmy's and Joe's. But on offense, you got the Jimmy's and Joe's. So what we used to do with Coach James at Carter, what he did was he put all his best athletes on defense.
Yeah.
And said we'll figure out how to score points.
I feel like we're doing that at Royce City. I feel like our best guys. Now we got enough on offense, but I feel like our best guys are playing defense because they were already on defense when I got there, actually, and I was okay with it. But I tell you this, I went to Mesquite High School. I was a sophomore when my brother was a senior when they won state, and they did that. And Coach Halpin, they had Brandon Douglas that went to Texas Tech. They had Maurice Linguist that went to Baylor. They had Juju Williams that went to West Virginia. Marco Martin that went to Texas. All those guys, and they all played offense the year before, every one of them.
So what they tell you?
Brandon Douglas was at quarterback. Juju and Maurice Linguist played receiver. Marco Martin was at running back. Senior year, Coach Halpin moved them all to defense. Every one of them, all 11 signed D1, won a state championship.
So what that tell you, Coach?
It means it tells me I'm tired of talking defense with you, and I'd rather talk offense with J-Mac.
Talk to him, Coach. Tell him, Coach.
He's on me right now.
Man, hey, do you have a running back that's close to the running back that just left?
Oh, yeah, that kid was special over there, boy. Ooh, y'all did a great job with him.
Man, that
talk
kid.
to us about the running game.
Yeah, got 3 good running backs. I got one named Xavier Brown. He'll be a junior. Man, he's probably one of the best overall football players on the team. Got a super high football IQ. Pretty shifty kid. Can play some in the slot. Great hands. I mean, he's a kid that you get out of the backfield, throw the ball to. He's a good one. Got Xavier Watson. He was at Horn as a sophomore. He moved in. He looks like a running back. He looks like a Division I running back. I mean, he's just a stout kid, muscled up kid, downhill runner. He's a good one. And then I got another one. He's a junior too. And then I got another one that's a senior, Daniel Jenkins. He's kind of the speedster. What stands out the most to me about Daniel is his pass pro. I mean, he is looking to knock the piss out of somebody in pass pro, which, people don't sign up to play running back to block. But that's a strength in his game. Yeah. So feel really good about that position. We play really fast. Those kids understand you're going to get tired in the midst of a drive. So we are very fortunate that we could be going, take one off and put another one in, and it won't be a drop off. So.
No, I like that, Coach. So do you have a good team speed? I mean, I heard you saying we play fast. I'm thinking you just running.
Right.
But do you have like individual? Do you have the speed?
Yeah, I think
like
we have 2.
Do you have?
Yeah, we have 2 receivers that I think can take the top off. As far as everybody else, I think it's just good game speed. You see kids like Ashton Emery, the running back we had at Rockwall. I mean, he wasn't a 4.4 kid, but if you watch his film, I mean, he's running away from everybody because he had good game speed. So I think we have a bunch of kids that have good game speed. It really doesn't worry me too much. I go back to 2020, 2021 offense we had. We were scoring 50 points a game we didn't have Division I running backs or Division I receivers, and we were still, and that's what like Coach Carr said, you got good coaches or you don't, so you got to find a way to put your kids in situations to be explosive and to be successful because you got what you got. So I think we do a good job of that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey man, I like this, man. I don't know if I need to let Coach Carr get back in on this conversation or not, cause we doing so good over here. You know what I'm saying? But
how do you mute him?
He unmuted. He can talk.
He's about to get on me.
Hey, do you have cause we just had Coach Welton on, man. He throwing his freshmen right into the fire, man. Are y'all gonna have any freshmen that's gonna make it to the varsity level, or it's more of a program type situation where
Yeah. I think that class we have, I'm going to keep them together. They were really successful in middle school in football. They never lost one track meet. They were good all the way around. So it's 2 really good middle schools coming together. Oh man, I mean, I'm telling you, it's just a different type of vibe with that group, man. I mean, they are low maintenance business mindset. Really, really good. So I'm going to keep them together. I think there's one that I debated moving up just because there's a position we had that I just felt like that freshman mentally was ahead of everybody else just because he's confident. He's a confident kid. He'll jump right out there with the varsity, not nervous, looks comfortable. But I'm going to keep them together. There's a receiver down there named Adric Evans. He's all over Twitter. He works out with D-Rob. Man, I have been very blessed to coach some good ones. I feel like when he's a sophomore or junior, man, he could be up there in my top 1 or 2. I mean, the kid's got Olympic track speed, He's already a good practice player. Like his reps, he takes serious. You know how skilled guys are. Usually they're high maintenance, but he's a guy that, man, every rep is important to him. There's another kid down there named Brandon DeRoe. I mean, he'll play both sides of the ball. That kid, he's the guy that, I mean, can't say enough good stuff about him. He's just not a typical freshman. I mean, it's always, can I jump out there and get reps with the varsity? Can I get offensive reps? Can I get defensive reps? Takes every rep serious, low maintenance kids. So I'm going to leave them all together, though, because I think they'll have success. And then after that, it's on.
It's on.
It's on when they're sophomores.
Okay, so we can expect. Man, if I'm you, I'm at them city council meeting talking, we don't need another school.
But listen, because I was just about to say, you need to figure out a way to blow that second school up.
Man,
I'm telling you,
man. I'll say this. They asked me about that. I understand that, but I just feel like, man, it's hard to get a head job. It is hard to get a head coaching job in the state of Texas. And like you said, it's good opportunity. So I just feel like, man, I've been.
You didn't want to rock the boat.
Well, I just feel like I've been in every interview scenario. I interviewed at Mesquite when it opened up, and man, I graduated from Mesquite. Felt like I've done a good job coaching and didn't get it. I was at Tyler Legacy when they had 6 losing seasons and they made the playoffs, and in year 1 made the playoffs and had a winning record and didn't get an interview. I'm telling you, I've been in a lot of scenarios where usually most guys would get that job. So I just feel like a new school opening, someone like me that's always wanted to be a head coach that feels like they've done a good job as a coordinator, hopefully they get an opportunity to go be a head coach, just like I finally got the opportunity. So
yeah, well, coach,
look at it.
Listen, man, I'm not saying don't sabotage yourself. I'm saying now that you got the job, go out there and beat Rockwall, and then they won't build that second school.
Yeah. Hey, or be like Coach Tyler.
We might have 80 portables around our high school then.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's 80 listen, that's 80 meeting rooms.
Hey,
that's
80 meeting rooms. That's funny.
Hey, Allen got like 7,000 kids. They ain't stopping nothing.
No.
I don't know. I think they have class outside. I don't know.
Hey, under the moonlight. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You make it work, baby. As long as you got real estate, you make it work.
Yeah, and I wouldn't put my phone on silent because Mesquite might be trying to spin that block back.
Nah, because you listen, you have to listen. It always works out the way it needs to work out. You know what I mean?
It does, so for sure.
Listen, if somebody would have told you that you're not gonna get this Tyler job, you're not gonna get this Mesquite job where you at your alma mater, and there's a better place for you, you probably at that moment couldn't figure out what that place looked like. But man, you right across the street from Buc-ee's. That in itself is like amazing.
People don't understand. They really don't understand the importance of what you're saying until they go to a Buc-ee's, honestly.
No, they don't. And then to have listen. So I got property in Texas County, so I drive 30 all the time. And that's always the place where I stop on my way out, stop where I fill up to get gas, and it's also where I go in. So let me ask you this. All right, I got your $9, your $12, and maybe $2.50 a drink. So do you go once a day or do you go twice a day?
I thought we were talking football.
Yeah, you got to stop.
Hey, Coach
White
probably sitting right there, man. Coach White probably sitting right there, and he don't want her to know that he's spending $100.
Here's what I do.
That he's spending $100 a week up in Brussels.
Here's what I do. I pay cash the first time I go in, and then I use my debit card for lunch. That way, it only looks like there's only one paper trail per day. So
right, unless you got that cartel money where you just got cash you get at hand. At some point, you're gonna have to take it out the bank. So what I'm saying, she gonna catch on, Coach. You can't afford. Listen, I just think it's time for an intervention. Camp getting ready to start. You know what I mean?
If Buc-ee's goes, I go. So.
Oh well, shit, Coach. Well, listen. If you go out there and you beat Rockwall this year in North Forney, then shit, stay at Buc-ee's. That's all I can tell you.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Hey, Buc-ee's might start give you that discount. You know what I'm saying? You
I'll
start
take
putting
it.
them dollars up.
I'll take it.
And you need to go
You know
put your
what I'm
helmet over there. You need to go put your helmet over there at Bucky's, man, so they know you know that's
Those
home.
helmets, they cost too much. I'm keeping them all.
No, coach, you got to look at it. You're bartering right now. So if you take it over there, they might start giving you that 50% discount, baby. So now that $15 on turn to $7.50.
That's funny. I love it.
Coach over here like, man, what the hell have I got into, man? I don't care what the damn.
That's funny.
But no, Coach, we definitely appreciate. I don't know what Coach Ward that he was supposed to come on, man, but he be watching that House of Dragon and stuff. So
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
I sent him the show, man, and he be watching House of Dragon. So I apologize for Coach Ward. I told him to come on.
Yeah. He and I talk way too much anyway, so it's nice to have a day off from it.
Yeah, he likes to talk.
Now he's a defensive guy, and he is that's one of the guys that whenever I want to know something, that he one of my go-to guys, cause he go give it to you straight, like
for sure.
Like I would never bring him on the show and ask him what he think of this player, that player, what he think of this coach or that coach. He go tell you.
Yeah, you can't really ask him scenarios because he's always going to say it depends. I would never argue with him because he's so stubborn. So I don't know why you'd ever have him on the show, to be honest.
For all those reasons right there, Coach. For all those reasons right there.
I call him too, and I'll ask him a scenario. Hey, what do you think about this? And he would say, oh, it depends, Colvin. I'm like, man, I'm just asking you as a friend. What do you? And he would say, it depends. And then I would just hang up on him. So, but I'll tell you this, when I coach with him, and I coach DBs, and I knew nothing about DBs. I mean, I knew nothing about it. And, he could have treated me any way he wanted. I mean, he had just did a stint at A&M and then went to Boise State with that staff, was coming back to West Mesquite because he wanted to. And I was already there for a year. I was actually coaching DBs with Jason Garrett, who's the head coach at Roosevelt, a good friend of mine. But, Ward came in, and I just remember telling him, man, teach me everything you know about DB play. And he did. And it made me that much better of a coordinator having learned DB play under him. And I always told him that. And until a few years ago when we sat down and talked football, when I showed him how I coach receivers and why I coach the receivers the way I do, and he really understood what I meant when I would tell him, and I appreciate everything you did for me because, man, learning DB play and what a real DB looks like and what it should look like. When I coach my receivers, I teach it from a DB standpoint. So, yeah, I love that guy, man. He's my guy, and yeah, we give each other hell all the time, but yeah, we're good friends for sure.
Hey man, for sure. Now I got a question, man, because all this all-star coaching cast, man, why West Mesquite never really made no big noise? Like, who we blaming for this?
Oh man,
I'm just saying because this sounds like the greatest team that never was.
Yeah. Well, I'll just tell you this. One year we had Marcus Shavers, who's a head coach. We had Kyle Ward, who's at SOC. We had Adrian Mediz coaching receivers, who's the head coach at Hillcrest. Jason Garrett, who's the head coach at Roosevelt. Myself, head coach at Royce City. We had Kyle Sanders, who's the offensive line coach at North Forney right now with Shavers. Cody Townsend was there, who's my assistant head coach and offensive line coach. And Brandon Stewart coaching backers, who's the DC at Forney. So we had a phenomenal staff. What
was our record?
I don't know. I think we lost in the second or third round to McKinney North that year. They had Ronald Jones at running back, and man, it was just a freak deal. It was the freak deal. We scored 54 points and lost. And Ronald Jones just kind of was the fastest kid I've ever seen play. He went to USC. Now he's in the NFL, but it was a weird deal. We played him in the Cotton Bowls, pouring down rain, and he was coming off of a ankle injury. He had a rolled ankle the game before. First drive, they come out, we stuff him. I mean, he didn't get a yard. And then the very next drive, we lined up wrong defensively. he found the gap and he went about 80 yards. And after that, it was like he had just found his groove. And man, he might have rushed for 400 yards that night. He's the fastest kid I've ever seen play.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had some talent, man. It was a good year offensively and defensively. Just again,
y'all couldn't stop a nosebleed either. Y'all had to rock wall defense.
Coach, this is a common denominator going on here, Coach.
Yes,
I'll say this. I mean, that was a defense all year. That was a defense all year that gave up. I think we gave up 16 points a game all year, and then finally had a bad game.
Well, because y'all scored too many. Y'all was scoring too fast. That's what I'm telling you. Y'all can't be out here scoring 50 points and expect this defense to hold up.
That's the problem, man. You score 50 points a game, and people always have a suggestion. I don't understand it.
Well, because it's all money ain't good money, Coach.
You're telling me don't score 50 points a game.
I'm telling you all money ain't good money. I'm saying play complimentary football is what I'm saying.
I'll tell you who you sound like. You sound like Kyle Ward. That's who you sound like.
Well, that's a great mind. That's a great mind. That's my guy.
If my defense can't stop a nosebleed, I gotta blame somebody.
First of all, you can't say that to Ward. Listen, Coach.
Hey, for what it sounds like, Ward didn't get good until he got the sock. Is that true, Coach?
Say it again.
He didn't get good until he got the sock.
You know what? That is true. And it took him way too long to stop.
Well, Coach, listen.
Tell him I said that.
What we're not going to do is we're not going to talk about the Dub defense coordinator, Coach Ward. We protect our coaches on this show. And
here he is. I told you.
There he is. Where you at, Cal? I sent you the link, man. Check your text. He probably ain't checked his text.
He is either he's playing Clash of Clans or he's watching Game of Thrones, something real.
Dragons.
He watching the House of Dragons now.
Yeah.
So he probably got some House of Dragon pajamas and stuff. He be running around.
No doubt.
Yeah. He got a sword and stuff. He got on his side, on his belt. He got stuff in his pajamas. He be running around slicing the couch and carrying on.
Yeah. We mess with each other so much on Twitter and stuff. People don't know we're pretty close. So people write me all the time. They're like, "Man, I can't believe Ward said that to you." And I don't even tell them. I'm like, "Yeah, I hate that guy. I wish I didn't talk to him." But
that's all good.
I always tell him, do not tweet me. I don't want people to know that we're good friends because he's always so controversial and he's just a trip, man. Good dude.
Hey, you know what he told me when because I told after you said, sure, I come on, man. Matter of fact, Ham Wood on there, bro. The first thing he told me when I said, hey, man.
I know, but I'm not gonna say it. I said, man, don't do that.
He kind of stumped me for a minute.
I'm like, I'm telling you, that's why I don't. In public, I just act like I don't know him. I'm like, I don't know that guy. I hate him.
That's Ward, man. That's Ward, man.
And he still owes me a Sox State Championship T-shirt. It's embarrassing.
Well, you talking to the merch guy right there? He got you.
3 years, and I can't get one. He always says it's in his car.
Well, what size you need now, Coach? What you probably a 3X now, right?
How do I turn this off? 3X, come on. Wow, this is funny. This is funny. Fat shaming.
Because I listen. I listen to what you say, Coach. Because what you said was, I don't plan on stopping no time soon. So
no, I'm not a quitter. I'm all in on Buc-ee's. I support Buc-ee's. They have my full support.
Man, you better get you some stock in Buc-ee's to get your money back.
You know what I did, honestly? When I ordered coach's gear, I ordered me 2 shirts, one medium, one large, and then I ordered 2 game pants too. That's a true story. Just in case they don't fit.
Coach, you got to get out there and run with the team.
No.
You look pretty young, Coach. You can do it.
If you're coaching your tail off, you'll be too tired to run with the team at the end. So if you see coaches running with the team at the end, they weren't coaching very hard that day.
I don't know about that, Coach.
No,
I don't know, Coach. You got to get out there and be a part of it, Coach. I'm just saying, man. You young too. Like, you know,
Young,
you
yeah.
gotta
How
get
old
out
are you,
there.
Coach? How old are you, Coach?
38.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Coach.
hell no. You gotta go out
If LeBron could do it,
there. You should be out there
Coach.
tackling the kid. You should be out there tackling kid.
Yeah. Well, what position did you play?
I played receiver.
Oh, you should be able to run a go route, a 9 route. You should be running the whole route tree right now.
Nah. My exercise is when I play basketball with the PE kids. So.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
If you can play basketball, you can run some slip screens.
If y'all have footage of coaches running with their teams or running routes, please send that to me.
I will. You want to hire him?
Nope. In fact, every resume I get, I'm gonna send you the name, and I want you to see if you can find it on Twitter of them running routes with kids. That way, I know. Just throw it in the trash.
He ain't worth a damn, huh?
You should be coaching.
Coach telling me if the belly ain't hanging over the belt, you ain't coaching at Royce City.
You need a coach's body, coach over there.
Yeah, we're wearing sweats all year. Just
Hey, y'all don't wear no slacks on game day. ain't nobody
wind pants.
Ain't nobody got a polo on. Everybody got a long sleeve t-shirt.
Yeah, Bucky shirt, gray pants, and Crocs.
Oh hell no, Coach! If you come out there with some Crocs,
Right,
we definitely. Coach, how you feel about coaches running? That's how I feel about coaches with backpacks and Crocs.
Oh man, I'll tell you this: the backpacks they get me. Coaches out there in pregame running routes. I'm like, get off the field, man. Come on. So I'm saying too much right now. I'm saying too much.
No, don't worry about it, Coach. We have these discussions all the time. I'm just glad we
Ain't nobody listening, Coach. Ain't nobody listening no way.
Good.
I just know every one of your coaches ain't gonna they finna go buy them some Crocs.
No. I will say I'm pretty proud of the coaches' gear we got. So we'll be looking sharp out there.
Good.
Who y'all got? Y'all Under Armour, Nike? What y'all rock?
Nike.
Okay.
They look good.
With no backpacks.
No backpacks, no pregame routes, no one-on-ones pregame. None of that. Nobody's running with the team.
So when you come out there and pregame, you do you work out at all, Coach?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
If he's still in an extra large, then he got to work out. Man.
Royce City.
Who y'all homecoming game, Coach? I'll get you out of here, man. We hold. I thought Wool gonna pop on, but it ain't. But who y'all homecoming game? Who y'all think y'all gonna beat by fouling?
We play Plano East first, Rowlett second. We play Denton Braswell third, and then Weatherford is our homecoming week 4 before we start district.
Oh, let me look at that schedule. Weatherford.
Yep. That'll be a far one next year.
Yeah, y'all probably beat them by 40, Coach. That was good. That was smart. I like it.
Well, the schedule's already set.
Y'all definitely. Oh yeah, we're gonna stick to that one. We'll hold it. We're gonna stick with that. But I ain't mad at you. As long as it was not last year, they had that big Tim Tebow at quarterback. That joke.
Oh, really?
Oof. Man, they had a quarterback. I don't know where he went, but he was huge, man. He was pretty good.
I got my mind on Plano East right now. I'll get to Weatherford when we get to this.
Now you gotta do us a favor at the Dub.
Beat the hell out of Plano East.
I saw y'all's show with Matt Diggs.
Beat the hell out of Plano East, Coach.
I can only get him to do it.
There he is. Look at this guy.
Hey man.
Hey, Cal.
Hey, I heard.
Warden.
I heard I'm catching a lot of strays, man.
Coach, we had fun. We've been talking to your buddy, man, and we didn't know you was actually good at being a defensive coach until you got the sock.
Hey man,
And it took a while too.
I'm a DB guy. I only can coach DBs. That's all I'm good at. That's all I ever been good at.
Are you wearing a V-neck?
Yeah, man. What's it? Yeah, I ain't showing enough cleavage.
See, he don't go to buckets, Coach. He's slim.
He actually works out, Coach.
I know he's always.
Coach, did you see that? Did you see that catch he caught on the sideline? Would you? Your coaches ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, you ain't got nobody jumping 6 feet.
You gonna fire your coach if you see them do some shit like that, huh?
Man,
Yeah,
he
doesn't like personality.
I'll say this. I can't believe you tweeted that. I can't believe that. I would have never thought in a million years you would tweet a photo of yourself.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm trying to keep up with the times.
Hey, man. Shoot, you got a couple state championships. You gonna tweet everything now.
Can't tell him nothing.
You know who his head coach is, right?
I just want a shirt. It's been 3 years.
I got you. I owe you a shirt. I owe you a shirt and a worm burner.
Whatever.
Hey, so you know he felt some kind of way after you did his brother like that last year. So he ain't got over that.
Did he talk to you? Did he talk to you on the sideline? Because I know he was at that game.
He was on the Rockwall sideline for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
he don't love Nick at all.
Yeah,
hey, did he give you the playbook?
Nah.
Cause he'll do some shit like that, though.
Hey, let me say this. Will been on one. Let me say this. Let me set the record straight.
Hey,
Colvin,
he's been pulling it out of me.
This the thing. Let me explain for you, so you don't take it personal. Alonzo Tutson called Will an Uncle Tom on Tuesday, and he's taking it out on everybody but the person that did it. Because let me say this: a black dude calling another black dude an Uncle Tom publicly is one of the highest level insults.
Jeez.
And he just threw it out like it was just okay.
Freestyle.
So Will don't take Will attacking you or attacking me personally, man. He's just too afraid to take it out on the person that he's actually angry at.
Jeez.
Coach, I even adopted the name. That's why if you see Uncle Tom up there, Coach, that's why.
Does your screen say
I've embraced the role?
Colvin's enemy?
Yeah.
So.
It is, Coach. Listen, and I'm gonna be honest with you. At that particular, I have a filter problem. So, okay, let me just be honest with you. Okay, I'm very I can't believe you said that type person. You know what I mean? And I do everything I can to mature. But since I've been around Kyle Ward, I've learned that some things you can't. You know, there are some things that you're not able to mature in fast enough. That's one of them, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, if you see me embrace the role, it's because I don't want to say the things that I want to say, because sometimes they may be taken in a way that's very cruel. And Mr. Tutton apologized to me, and I take that and accept his apology. I don't have to keep. Now I'm petty as hell, so I'm gonna take shots every now and then. But that's just me.
Them shots coming for sure. Paul.
Yeah, they come.
I just want to know, Coach. Coach Ward, do Coach Colvin score too fast and too often?
I mean, we argue about this. I feel like if you can score fast, you can score when you want to. So I feel like you got to help you. Like he knows, you know, when the defense out there that much, it's a big difference in playing 65 snaps in a game and 100. You know what I mean? That's almost double the snaps, which is almost double the points. So that's where I understood what he was saying about the defense coordinator at Rockwall. You know, he playing double the snaps as everybody else. So if you cut the plays, you cut the points. offensive guys, they don't want to cut them points because they feel like they need them to win.
They need
So
stats.
so it's both sides of it.
Yeah.
I get it, but I always give them a hard time about it. I always wait till the playoffs, and then I start talking crazy.
Ward is the most negative person. And it's good when you're coaching. He doesn't sit there and say, good job, good job, good job. So I take it with a grain of salt.
Well, yeah, because every new kid that comes to SOC, they try to hide Ward somewhere so he won't be near him because they won't stay long.
Hey, I sat in film meetings with Ward and and I would just look over like, what did you say?
It's true. It's true. That's what I'm saying. Like I've been knowing Ward for a very, very, very long time. His family, his brother, for a very long time, and he is by far the most controversial Ward in the family.
Verbally, yes.
You could say it's 10
Look,
yards to
BJ.
a first down. He's gonna tell you no, it's not 10 yards to a first down. It's 11, and here is why.
I told you earlier. He always says it depends. He'll.
Now, Will, you gonna understand this. Colvin is one of them cats who gonna give me a scenario, and he gonna say, "All right, it's 1st and 10. What coverage you in?" And I'm like, "You gotta give me more information than that."
I need to know your formation.
Well, how you gonna line up the trips? Dog, you ain't told me nothing.
Or you formation the boundary, or you 3x1 to the field. Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Here?
What's my personnel? What's your personnel? What's the quarterback? Am I winning? Am I losing?
Hold on.
Can you run the ball? Can I play with a short box? You gotta give me that.
Hey, grown men talking. Hold on. You think scoring 52 points a game, I'm calling and asking what coverage are you on 1st and 10? He's lying.
No, I'm
He's
talking about
lying
random.
to
I'm
you
talking about
guys.
random.
He's lying to you guys on your own show. That is not the question that was asked.
I'm talking about in random conversations, not during the season asking me for the opponent. Now, that's not what I'm saying. See, you being sensitive. You need to relax.
I can't believe we ever worked together. How did that even happen?
I can't believe y'all such underachievers.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking that too, J Mac. I was thinking.
I'm still amazed by that. Like,
yes.
Hey, I told him about the game where Ronald Jones went off.
Hey man, in the words of B-Rise, man.
Hey, Will.
In the words of B-Rise, man. Wesley Ski sired did a
Will, let me say this. Will. You gonna understand this, Will. Ronald Jones went 20.6 and 10-3. Okay. And it was raining at the Cotton Bowl. You played on grass, and he was untackleable. You just the whole game on defense. You just spent the game watching him do this, and nobody was even touching him.
But that's the alarming part. Like if you would have told me the dude was breaking tackles, I'd have been like, all right. But y'all got all them great minds. So all defensive coaches too, by the way.
The all-star staff, dog.
Yeah.
They got an all-star staff.
And y'all can even miss a tackle?
Yeah. Hey, it was bad. It was bad. It was one of them days where everybody looking at each other.
Yeah. I thought for sure we were fired. The DBs were. Not good.
Hey, now, I will say this. We had 3 DBs out. Josh Butler, who's with the Cowboys, towards ACL week 5.
Yeah.
Bailey Phillips fractured his ankle at practice that week. And then after the first drive, the best DB left, Corvette Miles, tried to block a punt, jumped and went past it, and the punter's foot hit him in the thigh. So he had a thigh bruise. He was done. So we was on 4, 5, 6, and 7.
The problem is they ran for 318. They ain't even throwing it.
I wish it was 318. I wish.
Yeah.
I would have felt better.
Well, that's the bad part because listen, if you rush for 318 and the boy was breaking tackles and making people miss, that's one thing. But the way Ward is playing,
he was going untouched
in open air. He kept running in the open air, and
you
there's nobody there.
You was looking at that cat turn a corner, Will, and you feel like they got angles. And I'm talking about 5-yard gain angles. You know how CD looked on that run against North Shore when he turned that corner, and it was like, no way. And he went untouched. It was a whole game full of that.
So you turned into a fan that night.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nah, you know greatness when you see it now.
Yeah, you just got like to see it.
You coaching and you trying to keep the kids calm, so you ain't you ain't yelling at them and getting them rattled, but you looking like, man, look,
and but
go
see,
do this.
Watch this, Ward. Your OC said they put up 50 points and he didn't even try to help y'all.
I was coaching defense.
We lost 50 to 44.
Oh, 50-44.
How was you coaching defense, coach?
He said he was coaching quarterbacks back then.
Yeah, we were in the secondary together.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. So he didn't have.
Did he realize he needed to go back to offense after?
He was ready to go back to offense.
He coached defense one more year after that.
But reluctantly.
Yeah.
He set you up.
It wasn't a spot open yet.
He wasn't fully committed, Ward.
I learned what not to say in the DB meetings when I worked with you. I'm like, there's no way I could say this.
Man, that's wild, man. But who you say y'all homecoming game is? Oh, Weatherford, right?
Weatherford. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. So what you expected out this district, man? This is a tough district.
Yeah.
We gonna have the battle of the two fastest growing communities, North Forney and Royce City. You know what I'm saying?
See how they did that, Ward?
I
don't know. Roman go up every day, boy.
I don't know who PAT is. I don't know who got the ball.
Oh, this guy. Ward, get shavers on. Let's all get on.
Oh, Shaver's gonna tell you the same thing. Everybody wants to move out to crime-free North Forney.
Everybody.
Coach, I went out to crime-free North Forney, Coach. This is a true story. The second you get off the highway and turn left, it's a big sign that say brand new houses for rent.
Yeah. Section 8 boys.
Okay. When they tell you it's real, Coach, it takes you about 20 minutes just to get through Forney off the freeway. Just through the city.
Nah, he know. He used to live there.
Yeah, he know, Coach. You know what crime-free North Forney look like.
Yeah. Don't get bougie because you out there in that 3-school district now.
No, because he out there, he ain't out there crime-free bucket. Long as the bucket crime-free buckets, baby. He got the cleanest bathrooms in the history of the world right next door.
In the history of gas stations.
I'm living large.
Listen, Coach, he don't even use the bathroom at his school. He walked across the street to the bus.
I take my golf cart across the street.
Yeah, see?
I have someone open the door, and then I go to
yeah. See how they do it? Listen. And let him mess around and win and start making a name for himself. They gonna name that stadium Bucket Stadium.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, he gonna be 400 pounds if he ever start winning, because they gonna give him all the free turkey sandwiches he can eat.
Yeah, and hot flaming hot Cheetos. So that sounds like a black person meal. Yeah. Flaming hot Cheetos and turkey. What you drink? A Fago?
No, Diet Coke.
Yeah, he a Diet Coke guy.
Your Coke Zero guy, Coke?
No, Diet Coke.
Oh, because that tastes like medicine.
No, Coke Zero is better.
Hey, Will, that's like when I went to West Mesquite, that was like a thing. Like they had to have Diet Cokes.
When you say they,
white folks, white coaches. Yeah, come on, man. You know what I'm talking about. White coaches, y'all love Diet Coke. Be killing it. I don't know too many black people that drink Diet Coke. We don't like it.
How do I send this to DISD? What you said?
Oh, they already watching, Coach.
They already know. They
already know what to expect on this show, Coach.
Yeah.
They fans, Coach. They fans.
Yeah. I work in a district I work in a district that enjoys the shenanigans.
Yeah, because they love it. They just want to say it publicly.
They just want to say it.
They'll be like, "Oh man, we love the show."
Yeah. But they be happy to shake their head and be like, "Man, boy, y'all was wild. Boy, y'all was wild." When Warren said white people try that, that was laughing.
Listen, and coach,
They
listen.
probably already have SOC state championship shirts, and I can't get one.
Hey, you got one, man. You just haven't gotten it yet. I see you in random places. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just keep it in your car, man.
It's in my trunk.
Yeah.
So
Go get
next,
Hey, his mother-in-law went to SOC.
oh, really?
Her all white hoodie from the first year is in my trunk.
Wow.
Hey, look, coach.
Probably ain't even white no more.
Nah, it's white. I check on it regularly.
Hey, coach, listen.
Two biggest SOC fans.
This is what you do, coach. Next year, you just scrimmage SOC for a scrimmage. That way, you ain't got no choice.
He's too big time. I asked him.
No, he
But the scrimmage, y'all?
I said in 2 years, Royce City versus SOC, and you said what?
We aim for the top of the mountain.
That's what he said.
They're not bottom for you, coach.
Yeah,
So
I'm
they
saying
don't play white schools.
J-Mac, I'm saying, is that a bad thing? I told him,
you earned that
hey,
right.
Look, we aim for the top of the mountain, so we're
But
going
that's
to
your
play.
brother. You supposed to help your brother out. Say, you know what, man? Come on now.
How am I helping
I
him?
said a scrimmage. Y'all
How am I
turn
helping
this
him?
into a game.
I mean, you know, he got a pretty good freshman class over there. How about y'all just freshmen play then?
We can play the freshmen, yeah, for sure. We don't need a game or 2 or 3 or 4.
No, you pissed me off already. I'm done.
No, don't run now, coach.
Yeah. Hey, you feel good about the freshman class?
Really like, coach. You gotta see the freshmen really like that.
Yeah.
They the ones you want to test. Now, what he's trying to do is he's trying to pad I heard what he said. Now I'm gonna keep them together. They ain't lost, so he's trying to pad their schedule. He don't want them to really see no smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Hey, well, listen.
But hey, J-Mac, I'm high side because you know them districts, they all gonna have 2-3 teams of freshmen. They ain't gonna need no
They got freshman A, B, C, all.
Yeah, they ain't gonna need no.
How many freshman teams you have, coach?
2.
God damn.
It'll be 2.
It's some DISD teams ain't got one.
Man, think about it like this. See, Will, that's a cultural thing like Diet Coke. Think about it. Lancaster, Duncanville, DeSoto, City Hill, SOC. When the last time you heard of A and B team freshman team?
No, you don't, coach.
Yeah.
You got 100 kids on one team?
Nah. You cut the fat.
Yeah.
You cut the fat.
They gotta make
they don't care about feelings in the South Side.
This is
we ain't
Sparta.
worried about no feelings.
This is Sparta. People get thrown off the rocks into the water.
Yeah.
And you always say it's about the kids.
Yeah.
Hey, coach.
They doing them a favor, man. They can go get it.
Yeah, we do them a favor, man.
Coach, listen. Don't go chasing waterfalls, coach. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Okay.
Hey, Ward.
Stay over there in the good old Royce City. Go play you a Greenville, a Turl right down the street.
Anybody, come on.
Yeah. Get yourself a spring somewhere up in there.
Okay.
You know. Just stay on 30, coach.
Hey,
Ward.
Hey, we've tempoed plenty of people. SOC, come on.
Man, we talking about freshmen, man.
So am I.
You ain't tempo nobody on freshman at Royce City, man. You just got there. You don't even know if the tempo work yet on freshman.
That group will be fine, trust me.
Yeah, I heard they real now.
Yeah.
One of their mamas be in the chat all the time talking to her. When you first got hired, she was talking trash on here.
That's fine.
Oh,
yeah, she's probably your best friend.
She does.
Yeah, parents love me.
Yeah, for sure. I can vouch for that.
Well, what you think about Rockwall making him homecoming?
It's funny. Because I've been around. You know, Rockwall, hey, J-Mac, 2 years in a row, Rockwall's whole staff done been to the SOC party.
See? So they learn how to be petty. That's basically what you telling me. And they still ain't gonna figure out how to stop a nosebleed, but they gonna learn how to be petty.
Hey,
boy,
y'all is petty,
football.
Yes.
Coach, do y'all start tomorrow?
We do.
What time y'all practice, Coach?
6:45
a.m. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's all year too. That ain't just because of the heat.
Ready to roll.
Oh, that's dope. I prefer morning practice anyway.
Yep.
You ain't got to worry about all that foolishness throughout the day.
Nope.
Who you scrimmaging?
Yeah, we need time to find our children.
Wiley East.
And who else?
Oh,
We did spring ball, so we only get one scrimmage.
Hey, now let me ask you this: when you got did you just needed to go see what you needed and see what you had?
Yeah, I think for me, you got to figure out what you're good at, what you need to work on. I didn't want to get to week 1 of the year and still have in my head trying to figure out who can play, who can't.
Mm-hmm.
What are we good at offensively? What are we good at defensively? I wanted to know already. That way we can kind of jumpstart stuff. So just 2 different philosophies. I know some people don't do spring ball because they want the second scrimmage. I'm not really a big scrimmage guy. I would really rather not scrimmage or just do an inter squad scrimmage so you can control it. But yeah, for me it was important.
Yeah, if your practice is physical enough, you know what I'm saying, you'll be fun. Now, the only thing, but you're getting that one scrimmage, you just always want to see what you got, because one part of the team could be, oh man, we kicking the offense butt or the offense kicking the defense butt.
Yeah.
And it may not really just be like that. You know what I'm saying? And when you start playing against somebody else, you're like, oh man, maybe we're really not that good and our defense really that bad, or our offense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know. So you got to get that one in. And but no, that's cool. So how's J-Mac been going for you?
How's what?
How's J-Mac been going for you?
What is that?
They're the third fastest growing school district in the
So
state
it's
of
been
Texas,
going great.
Will.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Hey,
he talking about transfers, Coach.
Move to Royce City yet?
No, not yet.
Or do you plan on moving to the city?
Yeah, I think so. My daughter will start middle school there this year, and then I got a 4-year-old that'll go to kindergarten there. We just bought a house last August, so just timing wasn't great to do so. But yeah, eventually, it's a good spot. So
they got plenty of houses over there.
Yeah,
I heard they filling up fast.
I hope so. If they live in Royce City, they can play at Royce City.
Yes, absolutely, Coach.
Absolutely.
And hey, there's a certain amount of houses that we can say, hey, these are for the guys and families that want to live in a better neighborhood and have a better life and go get a great education.
Free.
Yeah, and crime free. And
crime free Royce City.
Who wouldn't want to live next to a Buc-ee's, Coach? I mean, for real.
Everybody
That's a hell of
should
a selling
experience
point.
that.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to live next to a Buc-ee's?
Everybody should experience that once.
Coach, they don't need, they ain't gonna put that on the PAP form. You know what I'm saying?
Moving for Buc-ee's reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right.
I think we gotta drag Coach. Coach ain't gonna never come back to the show. Coach like, man,
Nah,
get me off this.
Listen, J-Man, he's very controversial. Very. He likes this. Him and Carl, they could go at it like this
off
constantly.
air.
And he off air and he
Off
just,
air.
Yeah.
Carl been pitching.
Yeah. And he gets way worse. Yeah.
I'm a fan of Buc-ee's, Coach.
Carl throwing fastballs on air.
Listen. When Coach Harold said that he goes to Buc-ee's every day for these nuts, I understand the power of
Wait, he said what?
He said,
"Get me over here."
He said he go to Buc-ee's every day for these nuts. He loves these nuts.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
no, he didn't.
J-Man.
No, he didn't.
Check the tape.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
And I just
y'all need to start clipping the moments like Mace and Cameron do. The moments like y'all need to start clipping them.
Yeah.
Man.
And I asked before he got off the air, I said, hey, Coach, take it easy on them nuts.
Hey, I like the pecans. I like the pecans at
Yes,
Buc-ee's.
coach.
Them
Yes,
things fire.
they fire, coach. They fire.
Pecans and pineapples. That's what I like at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, yeah. And that
Royce
turkey
City had
sounds, coach. That
good
turkey
wide
sounds go
receivers,
fed, coach. They give you nice 3 little slices of big turkey. Yeah, it go
Keyshawn
fed.
Jackson was at Royce City. Yeah, he was at Lancaster for 3 years.
Yeah,
Hey, but
yeah, it's
he
all
moved,
good.
man. Who would want to live in Crown City, Royce City?
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying that's where I know his name from, Lancaster. I think he won state in the long jump or something while he was at
Yeah,
Lancaster, and then I think he stopped or something. Yeah,
yeah, man.
he was a
Crown
great
City.
athlete. I remember that.
Yeah, man. Relocate. All I can say
J
is
Mac, and
Coach
that's
will
what
have
it's
a tough
called,
time.
Colvin. That's what they. So just little back history, Colvin. So J Mac was the first black person to move out of Oak Cliff to go to DeSoto. He began the migration of Carter people to DeSoto. So we call it J Macking when you move to a place, not for athletic purposes, but for betterment of your life and crime-free areas.
Crime free, man.
So
Yeah,
when
he
he
was.
said, "How is J Mackin going for you?" That's what he's talking about.
Yeah,
If you live in Royce City, you can play in Royce City.
yeah, yeah. No, we know where you're going with this, coach. I'm with you
Who would
100%.
want to live in Royce City?
That's
Hey,
the
do
Great
whole.
place.
y'all got Section 8 in Royce City?
I'm sure.
Coming soon?
If you don't,
You better get you some vouchers.
You
Vouchers.
don't. You'll never beat Noah 40.
Never be no 40 if you ain't got no vouchers.
hey, or 40.
Or 40.
40
Hey,
people
You got
play
to compete,
crazy,
Coach.
but they got some
You
voucher
got to
kids. They
compete.
had some voucher kids on that team. They play crazy.
and you're going to need some voucher kids to play Longview.
Coach, like, why the hell y'all got? I'm sorry, Coach.
Yeah.
This your homeboy though.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Me and Colvin been in the fire together, man, and
Hey,
many times.
I made a living beating teams we're not supposed to beat. So,
Hey man, when you said you did that at Molina, man, you know,
yep.
I ain't mad at you.
No.
What was that
I
running
ain't
back
mad.
name?
Jeez.
And y'all had free voucher kids over there.
No, we did not.
There was some voucher kids over there, coach.
Dominique Bostic. That was his name. Dominique Bostic.
Bostic. Yeah. He was a bad boy.
Thud. Yep.
Hey, he wasn't tempoing and throwing the ball around with that kid. I tell y'all that.
He played offense, defense, and all
He
special
played
teams.
everything.
We had Brandon Epton too. Do you remember him? I think he graduated from Kimball.
Yep.
Went to
I remember the
SMU.
name.
Yeah, he did.
He was a bad dude.
He was a running back.
Mm-hmm.
Another
So
running back.
who's y'all so you was like that second resurgence. So the first one was Coach DeVille. You ever heard of Coach DeVille?
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of Coach DeVille, Ward?
Mm-mm.
So Coach DeVille used to coach in Louisiana, one of the real good teams, but he took over Molina when it first opened up, and they made the playoffs.
I think that was when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember them. Yeah, they that was when it split. You know, it split a lot of the kids that was going to Kimball.
Yeah,
That's
they
why we
sure
dropped
did.
the 4A by the end of my career.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some cats.
Well, Miss Lydia said Section 8 everywhere, Coach. You want to go ahead and
it was a joke, Lydia. Come on, man.
you got to go get you some Coach. Go to City Hall, find out. Go to the Housing Authority, get you a list, start making some phone calls.
No.
You already upset the lady.
Oh, don't worry about Lydia. She all right.
Yeah, she always does. She don't like cursing. When they curse on the show, she hates it.
Yeah, I'm her favorite anyway.
Yeah. Coach,
Ty
I'm
said
sorry,
Radford
Coach.
Taylor.
Radford Taylor?
Is that who you talking about, Will?
No, Coach DeVille was the head coach.
I wonder what Ty talking about Radford Taylor.
Oh,
Was
I
he
don't
on?
know. He
He
might
was
have been
on staff or
I don't
something.
know who that is, but
I mean, I know who Radford Taylor is. I just
Coach
I don't know
DeVille
who the
was
head
the
coach was at the time.
Charles DeVille.
Yeah, he said Molina. Was that the running back?
Was he? No, that's a coach. Was he the head coach, Todd?
No, DeVille was the head coach. Charles DeVille was the head coach.
Okay.
Yeah, Todd.
Because Vince Taylor is Radford's son. He was on staff when Emmett was at SOC. I just met him recently, actually.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm sorry, Coach, but you know what, man? People enjoying it. People enjoying it. Just think, man. We're gonna think back. We're gonna look back on this, man. After y'all scoring 50 a game.
I hope so.
Yeah, and giving up 51. It's gonna be.
Hey, Coach. No, it ain't gonna happen this year, J man. Coach already told you putting his best players on defense.
Yeah, Coach learned, man.
I know he didn't say that. I missed that.
He did say that.
He said it,
Ward. No, he didn't.
He said it, Ward. Because he had to go back and know how you. All right, Coach. Go your way. And y'all putting up 60 and 70 points and losing 72-70.
Hey, now I do believe, Will, I do believe when you building it, you got to score. I do believe that.
Shit,
when you're building it, you got to score. When you're trying to turn the corner, the defense comes around.
Yeah, I hear you, Ward. I'm just going to say you got to figure out how to win games.
Yeah,
that's the point. If I'm winning 10-7, that's how I take them 10. Then the 10 best players I ever had in my life. Yeah.
Until them freshmen get on varsity, last one with the ball.
Yeah. I hear you.
Coach winning.
I hear you. Last one with the ball. Shit, Coach.
I'm with him, man. I'm with him. I don't. Everybody got y'all to pick last, including I personally don't believe it, but I know I'm pretty sure you one of them coaches that use that as motivation type stuff. Like, do you go to your kids and be like, "See, they got y'all pick last. They hate y'all."
Nah. Yeah, I haven't done that. I know they do that. I say this. I was at Rockwall for 4 years, lost one district game. I don't think they ever picked us to win district, and we won district 3 out of 4 years. Same thing at Tyler Legacy. They had made the playoffs in 6 years. They picked us whatever, made the playoffs. So, yeah, I think people look at it from an outside standpoint sometimes that aren't as involved as, guys like me, obviously, that are there. So I get it. It's a tough district. Every team in this district made the playoffs last year except for Royce City, so I understand it. But I don't really tell our kids, like, use it as motivation because I really don't care about it, honestly. Like I said before, but beat plenty of teams we weren't supposed to beat over the last several years. So it don't matter to me. That's just the way I coach. Line them up. I don't care who it is. Let's play. So I think our kids have bought into that. They had the year before they finished second or third in district and went 2 rounds, won a playoff game first year in 6A and went to the second round. So they're coming off of one bad year. It ain't like they've been losing for 10 years. They played good football over the last 2 years, had some good players come through. So yeah, I don't really use people picking us last as motivation to the kids. Our kids are bought in and they're ready to roll. So I truly believe that. They don't care who we play, line them up and let's go. So
yeah, because J-Mac had y'all finishing like 8th in the district.
I love it. Wow. You see that?
He just threw you under the bus.
I mean, Coach, I at least had you 6.
6.
Now after talking to you, Coach, you may move up. I don't know. You know what I mean?
What who do you got finished first?
I got, and it's gonna trip you out, Coach, because it may be wrong in your eyes.
Go ahead.
Okay. First, I got it's either gonna be Longview, or North Forney if they're able to get all their kids eligible to play. Okay.
So what is the mindset behind North Forney being so good?
Well, because the district the team that predominantly won that district was Rockwall. Mm-hmm. Okay. Shavers beat Longview at McKinney.
Yeah.
Okay.
In year 7.
Okay. Well, hold on, Ward. It don't matter. He just beat
there he is.
Okay.
I'm just adding facts, fam.
Okay. Well, you can
add facts.
You can add.
I'm supporting your argument. I'm second chair. I'm second. I'm your second chair.
Coach Calvin, did they beat them last year? Yes or no?
Yeah, year 7. Yeah.
Okay, they beat them last year.
For sure.
Yeah. Yes, correct. So then they defense at Mesquite Horn held y'all to y'all lowest output at Rockwall.
2 years.
Okay, and now they got their defense coordinator. Okay.
Yeah, he does a good job. I think it's Carlos Leggins.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think he does a good job. He does do a good job.
So that's why. I also think that Forney is going to win. Is going to either get 2 or 3. I think that those two maybe are a toss up. The only reason why I say Rockwall.
So you left Rockwall out.
Yeah, and I got Rockwall at 4. The only reason why I got Rockwall at 4 is because I think that the amount of pressure that people are going to apply to them defensively is and their lack of defense is going to be exposed this year. That's my and then you're not there no more.
Oh, they'll be fine. Man, trust me. They got a guy stepping in. He'll be as good as.
I mean, Colvin, you said that's typically how y'all will pick though, so that's not out the norm.
Yeah, it's not, and I'll say, yeah, I think that's all good points. I think it's all good points for sure. I know Shavers. I worked with Shavers. I consider Shavers a good friend of mine. I know he's a good coach, but to me, you just play the game. That's what you do. Like last year, I think we played North Forney when they were 6-0, and I know this is a new team they have, and they got a new head coach, a guy I know very well. They got a great DC. I think Carlos Leggins is a stud. I've always thought he does a good job. But I think there were outlets or whatever that had North Forney beating us last year because they were undefeated, and it was 65-7 at halftime. It was 65-7 at halftime. So, and again, that's not the same North Forney team. But I just say you just play the game. That's why it doesn't bother me that people picked Royce City last because again, you just play the game and you try to outcoach people. You try to get your kids to play the best that they can play, as hard as they can play, and then it is what it is. So,
Coach, I had North Forney doing something until I found out he was on that defense that let Ronald Jones run up and down the field. So I had to deduct some points off of that. I'm sorry, Coach Shavers, you be filthy.
I'm eager to see how long it takes people because good coaches at new spots is always interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it hits year 1, sometimes it hits year 3, year 4. So
for sure,
I'm eager to see how long it takes people to get rolling.
Yeah, I think
because people giving I think J-Mac was it was you, J-Mac, my dad. Like people giving Heath that same benefit of the doubt. They was all right last year, and people thinking they gonna be in the mix this year just because of who they got and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's all makes sense. I get it. I get why people would think, and he's got it. They got the name coach. They got they put up. They run a good offense.
Yep.
It's
good football for sure. It'll be 7 whatever.
Did they make the playoffs last year?
Yeah, Duncanville beat them by 80 or 60.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I'm saying, man.
I wonder what the excuse was there.
I'm saying Royce City gonna have to upset somebody in that top 4.
Yep.
That's what they gonna have to do.
Yeah, upset. Coach said you don't hurt. See, you don't listen, Coach. Coach ready.
Hey, I'll say this.
I don't care how ready Coach is, man.
I'll say this.
Coach ready.
When I was at Molina, Matt Diggs picked us to lose to Seagoville by 60. I didn't even know that was a spread.
Really, Seagoville, Coach?
They had just beat Woodrow Wilson. Seagoville did. So they were good, and then Matt Diggs picked us to lose by 60, and I think we beat Seagoville 42-35 or something. So
okay, so watch this, Coach. What it sounds like to me, Coach. You said earlier, Coach. You said earlier that you don't tell kids that people picked us to whatever, but you gave me 4 scenarios where people have picked y'all as underdogs and y'all came swinging. So I don't know. So here we are on the dub saying you're gonna finish 5th or 6th, and J-Mac got you 8th. So I think that's enough ammunition for you to get in that top
Hey,
five.
you see how he moved you up on his, but kept J Max down there at the bottom?
Yeah. Did you see that?
Fifth or sixth? That's fifth or sixth.
Yeah, because he knows. It's gonna be some dingbat coach that gonna run to the kids and say, Jay that had y'all pick 8.
Touching somewhere saying Uncle Tom right now as we speak.
Every week, I'm just gonna play this video in the locker room for the kids.
Hey, you should do it, Coach. Listen, Todd and them did it, and went on.
No, we didn't, man. No, we didn't.
They did it. They did it after the Lancaster game when we talked about how bad that offensive line was. So
no, we didn't.
They did it when I picked Woodrow.
No, we didn't. Nobody took you serious, J-Mac. Nobody believed.
Nobody take me serious. I sure heard about it a lot.
Nobody believed that you actually believed that we were gonna lose.
He didn't believe that, cause
nobody believed that. Like nobody listened to that and talk. Y'all be letting Gary Bird and them arguing on here. Like, nah, man. People saw that and we laughed at you. And we were why is J-Mac doing
but on the
this?
pool, y'all need to worry about Addison this year.
Yeah, for sure. We worry about every opponent. Hey, it's a battle going into every game, man. We got to get better every week and finish the job.
I already told you they ain't doing it, but regrouping doing this.
Yeah, for sure. That's a part of it, though. It's a focus going into each game, though. We don't go into the games ready for the game to be over. Like, it's something we working on or trying to get done.
Absolutely, as winners should. But J-Mac wants y'all to go play Royce City to get ready for the playoffs.
They ain't in our district. Come on, man. What's wrong?
I'm just saying what J-Mac said.
Play on the bye week.
I'm with you, Coach. Line them up.
Hey, and have to forfeit the season.
We'll go to Buc-ee's and
do it in the parking lot. It's big. Hey, look, it's big enough in Buc-ee's to put a football field.
Hey, Ward, I told him when I was at Molina and we were the home team and North Dallas had homecoming.
Did you tell him about your pregame and postgame?
Nah, man, I've grown up a lot.
Hey, Will, don't let him fool you now. He a little scrappy now.
Hey,
he'll yell something. Well, he a head coach now, so probably not. But he used to would have yelled something over there.
Coach, I can believe he got his hat on backwards, so he about that action.
He definitely.
Oh no!
Hey, did you
be a quarterback of an NFL team?
What's our mascot?
Bulldogs.
So why you throw the hook 'em signs?
No, man. Bulldog ears, La Tech.
Bulldog. Oh, I see what you did.
I thought that was a Ram.
It could be.
Nah, Bulldog.
I need another hand signal, Coach. That's too confusing.
You got to come up with something else, Coach.
That's the problem. Too many haters, man. That's the problem.
Hey, you better go to the locker room. J-Mac said y'all hand signs stupid.
I'm gonna tell him I was on this stupid podcast and this guy was talking trash. And a friend of mine was on there and he was talking trash and he won't even play us.
Oh my God, Coach. Hey man, you probably one of the best guests we ever had. You're gonna be like Riley, man. You know, he had fun while he was here, but he won't return another phone call.
Riley ain't gonna come
back. Riley had to come on. Y'all was Riley's way of addressing the issue that was going on.
Yeah,
let's tell the whole story. Riley didn't just show up in the offseason to kick it. Riley showed up because he needed to address some shit.
He did good.
About these goddamn cat daddies.
Oh gosh.
That's why Riley came on here. Riley don't go do no damn podcast. He came on here to set the record straight.
I go straight to voicemail. Riley will block my black ass. Hell no. Tell that J-Man.
Riley needs to talk to DeSoto fans on the record. That's why he came on here.
Tell me back an even trade, man. I stop calling.
Hey, because you got Riley down and attracted a new audience that probably never came back. And he got to address a demographic that he needed to address. It's a good trade.
Hey, and just like that crowd left when Riley left.
Yes. That's what I said. Hey, you got a crowd that never showed up again.
Back and everything.
Riley, we need you back on the show for the season start.
Hey, he be watching. Don't get it twisted though. He watches the show. He said something to me about it when I talked to him at the SMU 707. He was talking about one of the episodes. He was laughing at. Yeah, he be watching.
Oh yeah, he got he'll miss him. He an MMA fighter, coach. You know, so you got to watch Riley, man. He'll walk around and try to put you in a death lock. You got to watch.
Don't play.
No,
that's my dog, though. Hey, we love you, right? And I'm just lying for the record. I'm just lying. He ain't never sent me the voicemail. I'm just talking noise. Hey, Cole, we appreciate it, man. We're gonna get out of here because you know we gonna kidnap you. I see you keep looking over, man. You probably getting some death stares over there.
No, it's all good, man. I appreciate you letting me on. It was fun.
You sure she didn't tell you didn't come to bed?
She's pissed about the Bucky stuff, but it's all good.
Nah. I'm telling you, Coach, take a helmet over there. Going to get your 50% discount, Coach.
You might be on something.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, that's just entertainment. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
Take them a jersey or something they can hang up in there, Coach. Hey, if they're going to be a part of the Royce City community, they need to be all the way in, Coach.
No doubt. Yeah. That's funny.
Appreciate you. Hey, man, I'm going to see if Rockwall going to let me into the homecoming after we just totally.
The ones you trust the most.
No, never trust us, Coach.
J-Mac, what place did you pick Rockwall?
I got him in the playoffs. I think I got him probably third or fourth.
Dang.
Everything is dependent. Everything is dependent on North Florida. I think if North Florida, all North Florida players can play, I'll probably put them over Rockwall.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
I believe, man. I mean,
one thing I learned about high school football: the teams that consistently do it. I can't drop them for just like that off of a couple of transfers or that's
North Florida was a playoff team last year, Ward.
Yeah.
You know, so
they were for sure. They were second round.
Second round. So it's not a fall off now. You know, to say that a Shavers coach team, you know, now they lost.
That's the factor. See, y'all factor the kids more than I do. I factor the coach because the kids ain't played in the playoffs before. So you got to think about that piece of it. Like these games that y'all talking about that they could win if everybody get eligible. These kids that we talking about ain't never won these games. The coaches have, so that's the job.
Right. But that's why I got North Florida up there with Longview. I think when you look at Longview, regardless of whoever's in that district, they are the model of consistency.
For sure. Both of them.
You know what I'm saying? So I think you got to look at Forney. I mean, look at Longview and say, okay, you know, they're moving up, but you got to be like, okay, well, shit, they Longview. You know what I mean? And if you look at Rockwall has consistently been Rockwall. I think we'll learn more about Rockwall the North Crowley game. I think
Rockwall gonna be Rockwall. They've been Rockwall for as long. It ain't nothing to learn about them.
Well, no, it ain't. But I think that
because ain't no North Crowley in the district.
Well, I think. Let me say this though. I think there are very good coaches in that district now, more so than what they've been going against lately.
Yeah,
I would say that as a whole.
Okay.
That's why they picked their homeboys homecoming.
That's why that's exactly the reason why they told Coach Colvin, hey man, listen, they didn't even Ward. They didn't even have a respect for their OOC, their homeboy that he over here defended. They didn't even have enough respect to call him and say, hey, is it okay if we go ahead and scrimmage y'all for homecoming? They just came out with the schedule.
I'm excited to see how that district turns out, though, for real.
Hey, I'll come back on the show, but Carr can't be on the show. There's too much. So.
I don't blame you, Coach. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Coach. Shit, I be.
I feel the same way, but
go ahead.
I feel the same way, and then I started missing him. So he got to come back. So
Colvin, you did a good job handling Carr, man. Everybody can't handle Carr.
He's very subtle with his insults. That's what it's very subtle. You gotta be listening to get it.
Coach, I tell you, Coach, I'm not very mature, so I know my weakness. as a human being. I'm flawed.
Hey, Colvin, I'm telling you, old boy called him Uncle Tom and got off. He ain't let him respond.
I love it. I
Why
love it.
would
I'm,
he do
I'm
Said
about
it?
to
it
do
and
it.
pushed the button and
I'm
went
about
Yeah.
on.
to do it. I'm about to do it. Give me a countdown.
Hold on. Hey,
All right. That's
hey,
all right. We're going to see you at homecoming.
True
Oh,
story,
man.
Coach. Coach Carr is the only guy I know. We was at a game. It was, and I ain't gonna lie, it was bad. It was bad football. It was a bunch of turnovers, a bunch of fights. It was a fight at the end. It was horrible to watch. And we was
Pinkston
just
Hutch
really
2 years
miserable.
ago.
I ain't say no names, but
He had a rant. Anybody that's watched the dub know what he came on and ranted for 30 minutes about it.
We interviewed the winner, right? Now after this game, it's celebration, right? Everybody's celebrating. Getting on the bus. Coach come over very happy. And the first thing Coach Carr said, "Congratulations, Coach. That was some bad football."
He was so annoyed.
This is no lie. I still got the interview.
Mm-hmm.
I still got the interview. I'm telling you. And Coach went from being all joyous.
He was like, "Thank you." What?
No, Coach, I'm gonna tell you this how I said, you know, Coach, congratulations, and then I just couldn't openly continue this interview.
Yeah.
So I said, Coach, can I be open and honest? He said yes. I said that's
He just said no.
He just said
No.
He said yes, and once he said yes, I just told him, because we don't apologize for victories. However we get the victories, we're gonna
That's
take
what he said.
No, that's what I said.
No, I'm saying that's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah, and I said, but that was bad ball. Oh, that was bad ball.
It was hard to watch.
It was terrible, man.
No.
It was bad.
Who was
it? Was like,
God, it was bad.
the
God, it was
referees were bad.
Ward, who was it?
Pinkston and Hutch 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, Pinkston and Hutch. Was it Pinkston and Hutch? Yeah, I thought so. I remember the rant. I only know who it was. I didn't see the game. I remember the rant after the game.
Coach,
he went on about bad ball and Dallas ISD for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, he did.
I have a favorite Pinkston story if you want to hear it.
Yes, please, Coach. I want to hear it.
All right, this is 2018, so it's probably a different head coach. But when I was at Molina, we were going to scrimmage Pinkston, so we wanted to trade some film. And they sent us a guy standing in the bleachers with an iPad filming the game. I mean, it wasn't wide type butt view, no ODK. It was like they had found some guy at the gate and was like, "Hey, go hold this," and then sent it to us. That's the true story. A grown man did that.
Probably why he ain't there.
And then we did play 7-on-7. This is when I first got to DISD Ward. We played 7-on-7. It was us, Sunset, Carter, and Kimball, all at Sprague. And I won't tell you what team, but they lined up in trips right and trips left at the same time for 7-on-7. And we said, "Coach, you can't do that." And he was like, "It's 7-on-7. You got 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and the quarterback." And we were like, "No, man, that's not how this works." So they were in trips right and trips left, and our defense was out there like.
All right, Coach, tell me the schools that was there.
Don't tell him, Coach. Don't tell him. Don't tell him, Coach. Don't do it.
Sunset, Molina, Carter, and Sunset, Molina, Carter, and Kimball.
All right, I'm gonna give Carter and Kimball the benefit of the doubt. You was at Molina. Am I right in my deduction right now?
Absolutely right.
Okay, we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. But I remember, Ward, you remember when I was going, you were just telling me.
I swear, we usually better.
Telling me all the crazy stuff that happens in DISD, which I feel like it's gotten better. But I just remember that. I mean, that was the first 7-on-7 I went to, and I said, "Holy moly, this dude just put his kids in an illegal formation." Incredible.
Yeah, Coach. Listen, man. DISD has gotten a lot better.
A whole lot better.
They're making
I
a
know.
difference.
I think
Hey,
so.
we had the Will at the coaches thing. It was pretty much like a clinic. Like people spoke. It was nice. Like it was MT did a good job. MT Brian, they did a good job setting that up. That's the first time that's happened.
Now, hey, I was there, Ward.
Good
You
people.
were there. You were there.
Yeah.
You were there. I didn't know if you were still there later.
Oh no. I had left. I had to leave because I had to go do some stuff for the. But listen.
He lands first, we in trouble.
Yeah. So, Coach, we was during this meeting that we were talking about, UIL got up, Coach, right? And he gives this, the athletic director for UIL, he gives this long speech about PAFP forms or whatever those forms are. PAPF forms, okay? And he said he was talking to a coach, and the coach was like, yeah, man, the parents called on the coach. They didn't want to be a part of the program. They didn't believe in the program. They wanted to go somewhere where they had a better opportunity to play. And the man said, well, what did you do? He said, well, I just went ahead and signed off on it and let the kid go. And so he said, well, coach, you're part of the problem. And the man was like, well, how so? He said, well, you didn't have to sign off on it. You could have said, if you listened to me, the man wanted to transfer for athletic reasons. So I'm asking you this because I think that's sucker stuff that you shouldn't do that. If the kid want to leave, let him leave your program. Forcing him to stay there is the worst thing you can ever do to your culture, your program, and your community. Okay, this is what I believe. How do you feel about that? Do you feel if the kid wanted to leave you and go somewhere else, regardless of what the reason is, are you okay with letting that kid go, or you're the type of coach that say, no, you're going to have to stay here and play for me even if you don't play?
Yeah, I have two different perspectives on that. Honestly, me and Ward talk about this a lot, and I know, I think me and Ward disagree on this, but I'll say this. I'll say this. About 3 years ago, we were playing a sub-varsity team, a JV team, and I think we were winning like 72-0. And the coaches on the other team were on the other sideline playing catch. They were playing catch in the middle of the game while their kids were getting thumped 72 to whatever it was on a JV game. And I just remember thinking to myself, you know what? If I was the parent of a kid and I looked over there and my kids aren't getting coached and their coaches are playing catch while they're getting drummed, I would want to put my kid in a better situation. So I do understand that side of it. I don't agree with coaches recruiting kids. I don't agree with that part. If a kid wants to leave because some good coach called him and was like, hey, come over and play at Royce City or whatever school, I don't agree with that because I feel like I love this profession. I feel like I want to be an advocate for this profession, and grown men should have integrity. So I don't agree with coaches recruiting kids because people say all the time, well, you're screwing that kid if you don't sign off on it. But I would tell them, no, you're screwing the kid because you're illegally recruiting him, telling him he can play there, knowing people won't sign off on it. So I don't agree with the recruiting part. If a kid moves and they live in that city and that's where they want to play, man, I'm good with it. I want to play somewhere else. You should let them go. Me and Ward talk about that. Hopefully you're building a good enough culture and a good enough relationship that kids want to play for you. So
see, I that's where I'm at.
Yeah, But I know I rambled a little bit, but my main two things are I don't agree with coaches recruiting kids and them leaving. But I will say this. Like I said, I watched a team get drummed, and these kids were not getting coached. They were not getting these coaches were playing catch on the sideline. So I do understand if a parent sees something like that, and they're like, "No, I want my kid to have a better experience. I'm going to take them over here." So, yeah, it's a tough situation, man. But at the end of the day, I just feel like I'm always going to do the right thing. So,
well, and then just build your program to where the kids don't want to go.
no doubt.
You got to recruit your kids every day.
Yep. I'll tell you this. I had a dad that when I got the job wanted to meet with me. He wanted to meet with me at Whataburger. Told him no. Wanted to meet with me on the weekend. I told him no. His son's a stud. I mean, he's a stud. He finally went through the school, was showing his son the school, and then I talked to him and I told him, I said, man, if you live in Royce City, you can play at Royce City. And he wanted no part of that. And I'm not bragging on myself. I'm just saying. You can say a lot of things about me, but I know that I'm going to do the right thing at the end of the day. So I just feel like, man, if I'm a first-year head coach, I had the opportunity to snag a kid that's a stud, but I'm going to do it the right way. And I just wish that, I wish everybody looked at it the same way so it would be fair.
You a great American, coach.
Yeah, you are, Coach.
You are an American hero, man. You gotta be able to do
that.
Ain't no doubt about it, man. Ain't no doubt about it. You a great guy, man. You a great guy. You know what Coach told me? Willow?
Huh?
I hit Coach up. I said, Coach, I'm trying to find an action photo, man. Because when I promote the show, I like to find a picture with, with him in action or doing this thing. He was like, nah, I don't self-promote. I'm not like that. I don't self-promote. I'm like, I mean, this is a great guy, dog. Like,
he's so full of shit.
Hey, Coach, are you in the press box?
This is Jesus with a hat guy.
Yeah.
That's why. He a press box guy.
He said that's why.
Yeah, so look.
Hey, I'll say this, Carl, real quick. I had a buddy ask me the other day. He said, we know it. He and I have a mutual friend that got hired at a school, and we feel like for sure they hired him because he's a guy that will help get kids over there. So he and I were going back and forth, and he said, man, why would you not hire guys that can get kids to come with you? Why would you not hire a guy like that? And my point is, when does coaching come in? Like, are you a good coach or not? Can you take a kid and develop a kid and develop him and make him buy into you and play football? Or do you have to go get someone else's kid that they coached up, get him over there? So that's my point at the end of the day. Are we coaches or not? Like, can you take an average kid and develop him or not?
Yeah, but both of them are coaches. But both of them are coaches, Coach.
Nah, one of them ain't no coach. He's a recruiter.
And that's fine. But I will say this.
First of all, J-Mac, being able to get talent in and develop that talent to perform in a team atmosphere and be a part of the team, that is coaching.
We don't like that, Will.
Well, listen,
we like guys that coach what they got.
Listen, Coach gonna sit here and he gonna tell us everything. You know what I'm saying? Because this is first year getting his job. We want Coach to be successful, and we're gonna support Coach in anything he needs. Okay? But we all know at the end of the day, Jimmy's and Joe's make everything go.
Yeah.
And
Coach,
we can sit here and
Colvin, we're not gonna say you ain't gonna never win. As soon as we
Coach, I didn't say that.
No, we'll be fine. Trust me.
Coach, listen. Hey, J-Mac.
He gonna say he don't want to win. He turned down the stud.
Listen. J-Mac put you in third or fourth and making the playoffs from eighth. I was being honest. I had you at 7 and moved you up to 5 and 6 after I talked to you. Okay. Yeah. Now I know you're deflecting talent, and you don't want talent. You're doubling down on Coach.
We got it. We got talent. I just don't have to go get someone else's kid.
No, Coach, I'm with you. You doubling down on your coaching, and I love that. I appreciate that.
I'll say this, and because I mean I know Ward a long time. And I've always had their back when people say SOC has kids, SOC has kids. Well, I worked with Ward. Ward knows. We had Dylan Sumner Garner, who was an Under Armour All American, and he looked like he was 30 years old when he played football at 18. But Ward will tell you what was it with Dylan? They wanted to kick him off the team because
He was a running back. He was an average running back.
But people don't understand that. They just say, "Oh, well, Kyle Ward's always got kids," and there's coaching involved in that, So yeah, I don't know. People don't want to give you credit when you're coaching, but I mean,
I say this, Will. I agree with most of what he's saying. The issue comes in when you start adding the factors of perception and stuff like that. In the business we're in, because of the mobility rate in certain areas, anytime there's a transfer, it's assumed recruiting. And in other areas, like Colvin said, Royce City has the number 3 highest growing district in the state of Texas. So you're gonna get new kids. So like being unbiased, he can speak from a perspective of I don't have to go get kids. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he's ever had to. I'm saying with the current situation, there will be kids move in. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you start talking about the vouchers in Section 8, and then just new areas, new bills, it's different in different areas. So in a lot of instances, you get a transfer, and they needed to go get steal other people's kids. But in certain areas, those types of things don't be brought. I mean, shit, South Lake got a big time pickup last year, and gave DeSoto their closest game of the season, and that kid was the real deal. But nobody came away from that game crediting that kid for the success. So it just depends on the area. That's where that situation gets sticky, because when you talk about from a state level, that's always the assumed that recruiting goes on in only specific areas. You know what I'm saying? But COVID year, Westlake got 3 different kids from California as sophomores, and they all was big time Power 5. 2 of them starting DNs at Texas right now. But nobody talked about that 3P like they had to go get somebody else's kids. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah. I mean, it's
that's
different
where the
for
issue comes in.
Yeah, it's different for different people, right? You know what I'm saying?
And it ain't. But that's the thing. It's different perceptually, but it ain't different because that's not a coincidence.
Yeah, it's different that people are going to discuss the big 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when, and it ain't just the big 3. It's other places around the state.
It's other places, but people
But
overemphasize the big 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
And that's where this conversation always gets.
Everybody, Nas has a great line. He said, "There's no idea that's original under the sun. It's not how you do it; it's how it's done."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think with Coach being in the situation he in, being in a crime-free, number 3 fastest growing area,
that's what makes it a good job. Like
and North Forney being in a crime-free,
top
number 1,
district.
number 2, fast growing cities in the state. I just think that does make for a great job. And for some schools who are just landlocked by their community, I think you're never going to ever give those schools an opportunity to grow if they're not able to better their situation.
I mean, I think in a lot of those instances, we still see people finding ways to be successful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying within the rules to be successful, but that closed mindset, that's always going to be the assumption. It's just the way the business is. Yeah. That ain't never going to change. And that's where the situation, because I agree with what Colvin said. You know what I'm saying? But when you bring the perception in and the assumptions of different programs that are successful and how it looks compared to different places. Highland Park had that quarterback got hurt, and they had a South Lake transfer quarterback there. You know what I'm saying? Last year. So, but that don't come up when they go the furthest they win in some years. In the playoffs.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It's some schools are talked about more than others. And for the most part, it's going to be the schools that are winning state championships and denying other teams the ability, because you got to think
And
about
that's the complaint. The way you saying that right now, that's the complaint. I feel the UILAD said it, and they made it the 2 basketball thing that came up. Coaches are complaining, saying, I just don't feel like I have a chance at winning a state championship because. These are coaches complaining at the perception of what's going on. Now, most of these people ain't ever been nowhere that's successful. They don't know what it takes to develop. Like Colvin said, they ain't never been around development. So they don't believe it possible. You know, I'm looking at the Cowboys tweet a picture of Josh Butler today, who me and Colvin both had in West Mesquite. He was a freshman, 5'7", 135-pound outside linebacker. That wasn't fast. That wasn't big. You know what I'm saying? But now he playing corner in the league. He got developed. He went to Michigan State, so forth and so on. Most people haven't been around that, so they don't believe that possible. So when they see the kid as a junior, senior, and West Mesquite had a history of not having secondary guys, like no D1 guys, now they getting kids. You see what I'm saying? But this kid is no different than kids that they had before.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it's the same way. I remember, and this is at Michigan, we had guys like Ryan Glasgow, Mo Hurst, who wasn't like Ryan was a walk-on who ended up getting drafted. Mo Hurst was a guy who wasn't heavily recruited out of Massachusetts that came to Michigan and ended up being All-American. Then all of a sudden, we started getting really good defensive linemen wanting to come. But a lot of that is development. And development, to me, is a lost art in high school. I think that is one of the things that a lot of these coaches don't have. They do not know how to develop kids. They don't have the knowledge to develop. They don't have the patience to develop, and they don't allow room for mistakes to happen and let kids grow out of their mistakes. They're so quick to pull them or bench them, and you never know what that kid gonna grow into if you're not filling them up with the type of things that he needs to be filled up with to develop. I think that's something that's totally different.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
Hey man,
J-Mac, you see Ty going off complaining. He's saying he ain't getting fair treatment.
Ty, I've been trying to get off of her since 10:30, but it ain't my fault, Ty. I mean, you know, we got your number one guy over here. You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna put that on me? How you throw it on me?
Willow, you know how Willow go. Hell, if it was up to Willow, we'd probably just not be getting Colvin on because him and Coach Johnson would just. So it ain't my fault, Todd. And you know, you over here, you want to promote other shows or what? Todd, I forgot you from South Dallas. Y'all ain't got no morals. No scruples. No scruples.
Nah, man, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta be at PD tomorrow.
Todd gonna change the locks on your office. You ain't gonna.
I ain't got an office.
No doubt.
Hey, we got a community office. I ain't got an office.
Time y'all practice tomorrow, Ward?
Freshmen start tomorrow at I think 6 or 6:30.
In the morning?
No, we need time to find our children.
Oh, that's right.
Y'all we're not them.
Y'all got
They're
lights.
not like us. We
Y'all
need time to find
y'all
them.
go a little later.
Yeah, we need time.
You're better
We love you, Todd. Blame Coach Carl.
Hey, Todd, you know I love you. If it was up to me, you'd have been on.
Man, see,
I'd have sent you a link. I'd have sent you a link an hour ago.
Yeah,
you're a great guy, man. You are awesome, man. And I hope you get you back on, man. I really do. Man.
Yeah, they like you, man. You've been on a long time. They don't normally let other coaches stay on this long.
Yeah, you just tired. That's why he's jealous. It's really you. Don't be surprised. Royce City gonna get on the schedule. He gonna try to.
He want his spot back.
He want his spot back.
Come on.
Ty really bad because you on here.
See how y'all gonna have people over here that don't win on here? See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You got a team that ain't never won. They ain't never won.
Oh, J-Mac, you don't know what you're talking about, J-Mac. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm 0-0, so don't put me in that category.
Appreciate you, Coach, man.
Yeah, man, I had blast. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes,
See
sir.
y'all.
Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews,
Go Hoods.
putting in work.
Go Reds.
Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook.
Hold up.
Coach Carter still on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay back and swag.